And we are live. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream tonight. We've got a big Atlantic Division battle between the Boston Bruins and Ottawa Senators coming your way. Boston has started their season 3-0 in their first 3 games. Meanwhile, Ottawa has not won yet in their first couple. So we have an undefeated team against a winless team. And obviously, Ottawa is going to be pushing really, really hard to try and get the win here tonight. It's in Ottawa. Going to be a tough game. Bruins played yesterday. They beat Florida, which I was very happily surprised with. I wasn't expecting that. And we'll see how they can do here tonight against the Sens in a game that Ottawa, is going to be pushing hard to get themselves in the win column. So this should be a good one. Thank you guys all so much for being here. Appreciate everybody watching. And, boy, we got a lot in the chat already. Hello, Baby Yoda fan, Jared, Robert, Avatar, Austin, Luke, Kyle, Ikeka, Luca, Derek, Jeremiah. What is going on, everybody? Welcome in. Thank you guys all so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Axie, what is going on? Captain Goose, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Great to see you in the chat. Going to get the poll up so we can get our votes in on who you guys think is going to win tonight. I want to hear from you. We got the Bruins on the road trying to remain undefeated. We've got the Senators at home looking for their first win. Big one, coming here for Ottawa, who wants to get themselves in the win column. And poll should be up in the chat, so let's take a look at it here. Hey, thank you, Axie. It was a fun game, and I wasn't expecting the Bruins to win last night. I was very happily surprised when they did. But this should be a good one tonight. Ottawa here going to be pushing hard. Boston playing second night of a back-to-back with travel in between. That is never easy. We'll see what they're able to pull out tonight, but it's should be a good game, and I certainly expect there to be some feistiness in this game as well. Both of these teams are pretty physical by modern NHL standards, and Ottawa's not happy with the way that their season has started, so they're going to have a little bit of a bite to their game, I would imagine. Trevor, what is going on? Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, tough one last night for the Leafs, Austin. You never want to lose to Arizona. That's a tough one to swallow. Hey, awesome, Avatar. Happy to hear it. Glad that you can get the game and the stream. That's fantastic. So we're getting ready to go here. Obviously, puck drop will be another few minutes, but I'm excited to watch this game and see how this one goes. I'm expecting a really fun game between these two tonight. And hopefully it lives up to my personal expectations here. But these teams usually play pretty interesting ones against each other, and usually pretty feisty ones against each other too. You can tell that these two are in the same division. Brian, what is going on? Welcome in. Victoria, welcome in. Connor, welcome in. Thank you all so much for being here. Rumble, great to have you in the chat. Thank you so much for coming by. Really, really appreciate it. So, looks like it's going to be pretty usual lineups for both of these teams tonight, as you would expect. Regular season, these teams are, not really messing around too much with the lineups. Very interested to see. Ottawa has not won yet, but they've got a really talented top six, and I haven't really seen that top six go all out yet and show the talent that they do have. So it's going to be interesting to see what they can do tonight. But they've also got some pretty tough players in the lineup as well that are going to be adding some juice to this game. Austin Watson is certainly one to watch. Parker Kelly will get himself in there. Who else do we got here? Yeah, Watson. Oh, obviously Brady Tkachuk. You know, he's one of their star players, but also certainly not afraid to get involved physically as well. This is gonna be a fun one. Yeah, Claude Giroux avatar. Fun Adventures, what is going on? Isaiah, welcome in. Ryan, welcome in. James, welcome in. It's great to see you all in the chat. Thank you guys for coming by. Really appreciate it. Yes, Austin, tomorrow night I'll be doing a doubleheader. We'll be doing the Flyers versus Panthers, and then right after that we'll be doing the Blues versus Kraken. So I'll be doing 2 games tomorrow night. That'll be a really fun one. Long night, but a fun one. So we'll see how that one tonight, or how tomorrow's games go. But first, we got this one tonight, and hopefully it's as exciting of a game as I think it's going to be. Yeah, Jake DeBrusk had a fantastic game last night. So we'll see if he can carry that into tonight and put another goal or 2 on the board. Yeah, there's quite a few games around the league tonight. Fun Adventures. Ducks and Devils are playing. I think there were 8 games in total today. So, you know, quite a bit of action around the league. Tomorrow there's only 3, so there's not as much going on tomorrow. Oh, Axie will be at the Flyers-Panthers game tomorrow. There we go. That's awesome. I hope you have a great time, and I hope it's a great game. For your sake and for my sake streaming it. Gophers for life. What's going on? Welcome in. Swayman is starting tonight, James. So Bruins keep alternating goalies, which is not uncommon for them. So they're just alternating goalies so far this season. So Allmark played last night. Swayman plays tonight. Hockey for beginners. What is going on? Welcome. Yes, Avatar. Avalanche plays Winnipeg tomorrow. The Lightning are definitely not rebuilding, Fun Adventures. They're trying to win a Stanley Cup like they are every year. Yeah, Seattle's gotten beat pretty badly in their last couple of games. They showed some promise at the beginning of the year, but they've gotten beaten pretty badly the last couple of games. So we'll see what they're able to do against St. Louis. That is not going to be an easy game for them tomorrow. Honestly, Luca, there's a lot of teams giving up too many goals early in this season. Some of the scores, I mean, have been really high. I mean, like Vancouver is another team giving up way too many goals. Let's see. I know that there's more than that if I can have a second to think about it. LA even actually. Like I know LA won last night, but they're giving up way too many goals. I think LA's given up at least 4 goals, if not more, in every single game that they've played so far. So there's a lot of teams around the league that are got to really start to lock things down defensively. Yeah, I don't have a bet on this game, Mark, just because the Bruins played yesterday, and second games of back-to-backs, usually never great. So I don't, as impressed as I've been with the Bruins start to the season, which has been absolutely phenomenal so far, the second game of a back-to-back, I'm never going to put money on that. So I don't have a bet at all on this game. But I do have a few plays overall tonight. Most of them coming in the later games. Like I've got Edmonton over Buffalo. I've got Nashville. I've got Calgary. So most of the games I bet on today aren't even starting yet. Hey, Sam, what is going on? Welcome in. Great to see you in the chat. Thanks so much for stopping by. Hopefully you get a great game tonight. Yeah, Rangers are giving up more goals than I expected, but their offense has been explosive. Like, they're scoring a boatload of goals, way more than last year. So they've kind of made up for it with their scoring. Some other teams haven't. Like, Vancouver hasn't. Minnesota hasn't. Like, they've scored goals, but not enough to outscore their bad defense. Yeah, Zappy's been awesome, Jeremiah. I, again, was not expecting that. I thought we were going to be in a lot of trouble with Mac out, but he's been fantastic. Yes, I watched football on Sunday, Austin. Yes, I did. Yes, Calgary and Vegas are playing tonight. I've got Calgary in that game. They've started their season with two very good wins over tough opponents. One over Colorado and one over Edmonton. So I've been impressed with the way that Calgary started their year. Especially, they've had a tough schedule out of the gate. Riddled, what's going on? Welcome in. Ottawa Senators outlook, what's going on? Great to see you in the chat. Getting ready for this game to start, baby Yoda fan. I've bet the Oilers multiple times this year, Mark. Actually, this might be the second for Edmonton, but they won opening night. I fully expect the Oilers to be one of the best teams in the Western Conference. I literally picked Edmonton to win the President's Trophy this year. Hey, what's going on, Avi? Great to see you in the chat. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Great to have you. Yes, Jeremy Swayman is starting tonight for Boston. Hey, Vernon, what is going on? Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Awesome to have you. Mike, John, Daniel, what is going on? Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. We got a lot in the chat as we get ready for puck drop between these two. We should be dropping the puck pretty soon, although this is Ottawa's first home game, I believe, so they're probably doing like pregame stuff because it's their first home game. Yeah, dude, depth scoring's been unreal, Avi, to start this year. I mean, to have this many guys scoring goals already is pretty crazy. I mean, third and fourth line guys are contributing at a very, very high rate, which, I mean, Boston becomes a much more dangerous team if they can get scoring from their third and fourth line, and so far they have. No, the Chiefs lost to Buffalo, thank God. Chiefs lost to the Bills, and very happy to see Patrick Mahomes lose. Yeah, this game is probably going to start a little bit later because of player introductions, because it's Ottawa's first game at home. Lightning and Flyers are playing tonight. That's Philadelphia's first road game of the year, so we'll see if they can keep their hot start going. They've won both of their games so far after everybody did nothing but talk a bunch of shit about them in the offseason, but we'll see if that keeps up. We'll see if that keeps up. Yeah, Charles, exactly why I don't have a bet on this game is because of the back-to-back for the Bruins. Teams on the second game of a back-to-back are always a big question mark. Usually they end up tiring out. I like to normally bet against teams on the second half of a back-to-back, but I'm not betting against my team. Let's see. Fool in the Rain, what is going on? Welcome. Sherry, it's great to see you in the chat. Really appreciate it. Awesome to have you here. Yes, Anton Strawman's coming into the lineup tonight. They've pulled Craig Smith out. Craig Smith hasn't done anything this year. He's really been the only guy that I would say has been disappointing. The rest, like 95% of the Bruins roster has looked very good to start this season. Craig Smith has not. He's been a big-time disappointment here, so I'm not surprised to see him get healthy scratch. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they don't try and move him at some point this year. You know, if you can move him for some, even if it's just another depth guy, he's not done a lot. Isaac, what is going on? Road Warrior, welcome in. Nathaniel, welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Great to have you all in the chat. Thank you guys for coming by. Yeah, Renouf does not belong in the NHL, Mike. I don't know why he was the guy that they called up. Of all the options Boston had, they call up Renouf. I mean, he does not belong in the NHL. Yeah, I mean, honestly, Jeremiah, my biggest concern with the Bruins this year was the beginning of the season because they've got Marchand out of the lineup and McAvoy out of the lineup. So my biggest concern was the Bruins starting off really poorly, and it's been the exact opposite. That you couldn't have asked for a better start to the season for the Bruins, and they're only going to get better when Marchand and McAvoy eventually come back. So my off-season concerns with this team, I'm really starting to get a lot more optimistic about this team and what they can accomplish this year because, boy, they're only going to get better when those guys come back. No, we haven't started yet, Mark. It's Ottawa's first home game, so they're doing player introductions and all kinds of stuff like that. Nick, what is going on? Bradley, welcome in. Cuts Corner, welcome in. Thank you for being here. McAvoy's probably going to be back in around December, Jeremiah. He's not going to be back as soon as Marchand. Marchand definitely looks like he's going to be back before McAvoy. McAvoy's probably looking like sometime in December. JG Plays, what's going on? Welcome in. Garrett, what's going on? Welcome. Thank you for being here. All right, looks like we're going to be dropping the puck here pretty soon now. Real Deal, what is going on? Welcome in. Oh, Daniel Alfredsson's doing the ceremonial puck drop. Wow, what a legend. So I wonder how many of you guys watching are too young to even remember Daniel Alfredsson. Especially like prime 2000s Daniel Alfredsson. He was a phenomenal player. But anyway, here we go. We're finally going to be dropping the puck in this one. Jeremy Swayman in net for Boston. He's played one game so far. He made 21 saves in a win over the Coyotes on Saturday night. And down at the other end of the ice, Anton Forsberg. He started every game for Ottawa so far this season. And he's 0-2 despite having very good numbers. He only has a 2.56 goals against and a 920-plus save percentage. But Forsberg's still been riddled with losses because Ottawa can't score. Grizzlick shouldn't be out too much longer, Ikeka. Anyway, we are getting ready to drop the puck here. Teams are lining up. The Krejci line will start against the Stützle line. Referee drops the puck, and we are underway. Boston and Ottawa, first period, game has begun. Sens dump it in all the way down, but they ice it as Forbert wins the race, and just 6 seconds in, it will be an offensive zone faceoff now coming for Boston. Markush, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for stopping by, as that one's won back defensively by the Senators. And this is brought up now, moved over into the center ice, over the red line, into the offensive end. I don't get sent around. I am watching on NESN, Axie, New England Sports Network, Boston's regional network. Terry, what is going on? Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Trying to work this one around. Matthew, what's going on? Welcome in. Thanks for watching. Brady Tkachuk with a good hit there on Krejci. Trying to go back out. Pastrnak with it. Bruins looking to clear their zone. That one's cleared now over the red line. Forbert will dump it in. Bruins get a line change as we're just about a minute into the first. Played up now. Backhanded through the middle. Ottawa with some speed to brink it into the offensive end. Across to Giroux. Giroux tucks it through and scores! Ottawa just over a minute into the game. Strikes first as Claude Giroux slides it by Jeremy Swayman. And the Sens get the early lead. And Ottawa strikes first. Not very long into this one. And a 5-hole goal there by Claude Giroux. His line here on a great rush with Norris and DeBrincat, and they're able to put the first goal of the game in, and very early on in this one, give Ottawa the lead. It says it at the top of the chat, Matthew. Jem, what is going on? Welcome in. Nope, Brandon Carlo's been out since he got hurt in the Arizona game. Trying to work it down now behind the net. Played here by the Sens. Right back into the offensive zone, looking to expand on their lead here. As that one's played down deep to the corner. Taken by Matthew Joseph. He backhands it below the goal line. Bruins with it in the corner. That's Strawman. He passes it to Zacha up the board. Zacha's out of the zone. And into the offensive end over the blue line. Pass across. Bergeron! Nice shot there and a pad save. Forsberg got a piece of that one. Bergeron tries again, but the shot's blocked. Looking to take this now behind the net. Trying to work it now. Back the other way. Fourth line on the ice for the Senators as that one's thrown into the middle. Back out to the point. Zub's shot gets blocked. It's kept in here by Ottawa. Thrown it through again. Parker Kelly heavy in on the forecheck. He knocks down Lindholm. Bruins trying to get it out. Lauko will play it up to Foligno. Foligno's over the red line and he'll dump it in. Played behind the net now. Here's Forsberg. Wraps it around the glass. Kicked back deep by Nosek, but it's played by the Ottawa D. Taken away now by the Bruins as they steal. Brought into the offensive zone by Foligno. Foligno sends it down low for Nosek. Nosek can't get to it. Shabbat works it up the boards, but Foligno sends it back deep. Moved across now. Here's Tim Stützle into the offensive zone. Pass across there. Another shot, and they score again! Brady Tkachuk rips one by Swayman, and it's a 2-0 lead here for Ottawa. Just over 3 minutes in, and they strike for a second time as Tkachuk rips that one home. Told you guys before the game started, Bruins were on back-to-backs, and Ottawa was going to be hungry for a win. This is not really surprising me at all. Bruins are on back-to-backs, and Ottawa hasn't won yet. They're going to be super hungry for a win. This is not surprising at all here. Trying to work it around now. Sens dump it right back into the offensive zone. Pouring on pressure. Getting the forecheck going. DeBrincat pressures. Gets through it. Taken away by Norris. DeBrincat keeps it in the zone. Frederick can't clear. Ottawa right back on the attack. Back out high. Down low behind the net. Played here by Giroux. Moved in there. Trying to feed one for DeBrincat, but can't get it through as that one gets blocked to the corner. AJ Greer will finally lift it out. Frederick absolutely hammers a guy out in the neutral zone. And DeBrincat gets taken down by Frederick. That's going to be a penalty. And this is going to be a power play now for the Senators. Already up by 2, and now they're going to the power play. Trent Frederick going to the penalty box here, probably for interference. They call it boarding. Could have been boarding, could have been interference. Either way, it's a penalty. And Ottawa, already up by 2, is going to the penalty box. So Ottawa to the power play here. Bruins in the box. And we'll see if the Sens can extend on their lead. We're not even 4 minutes into this game yet, and Ottawa has a chance to take a stranglehold early. I have no idea, Fool in the Rain. I have not looked ahead at the schedule like that. Worked around now. Long shot in. Goes wide of Swayman. Trying to take it behind the net now is Clifton. It's poked away from him. Sens have it. Pass across. Norris with it by the faceoff dot. Out high to the point. Norris gets it right back. Plays it again to the blue line. Shabbat. Back to Norris. Norris blasts one just high. And the Bruins will have a chance to clear it. They send it all the way down. That was a very close to being a goal there for Ottawa. Norris just missed that one as the Sens try and bring it back in, but the Bruins clear. Isaiah, what's going on? Eddie, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Minute 15 still to go on the power play. Taken out, cleared over the blue line. Forsberg goes back to get it. And he'll leave that one for Jake Sanderson. Sanderson carries it up, gets around Bergeron. Drop pass at the red line. Played now through to Giroux, back to DeBrincat into the offensive zone. Now it's sent back here to the blue line. 45 seconds left on the Ottawa power play. Thrown in there. Nice save by Swayman. He gets a piece of it. Bruins trying to clear it out, and they cannot. DeBrincat keeps it in. Here the Sens again. Another long shot. That one just misses wide. Playing this one around. DeBrincat with it. 25 seconds left. Power play for Ottawa. Still in the offensive zone. That one kept in by Giroux out high. He sends it back deep. Hey, BC Transportation. What is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. 10 seconds to go on the power play. Boston has almost killed it off. We got time for one more rush for Ottawa here, and they bring it in, getting through with Kastelik. Nice save there. Rebound chance just gets sent wide. Ends up off the glass now as the power play is over. And the Bruins do kill it off, but that was very close. And we have 14-13 to go here in the first period. That is a big kill for the Bruins to try and stop the bleeding a little bit here. And we are back now to 5-on-5. I would imagine Trent Frederick is going to be fighting pretty soon. I don't think Ottawa is going to let Austin Watson in particular is not going to let him board DeBrincat like that, I don't think. So I'd imagine there's going to be a fight here pretty soon with Watson and Frederick. As that's taken now over the red line, dumped in by Pastrnak. Here's Taylor Hall trying to get it into the offensive zone, cycles it deep, but nobody's there but Senators. That one's kept in by Lindholm out high. He fires it into Forsberg. And 13:58 to go. Watson's the most active fighter on the Senators. He's the most likely to drop the gloves. He has been his whole career. He's a guy that's had double-digit fights in seasons. Like, the only guy on Ottawa that has that. Hey, Dominic, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Alex, what's going on? Welcome. Great to see you in the chat. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. Jake, the Leafs don't play tonight. There is no Leafs game tonight. Yeah, surprising loss for Pittsburgh last night. They lost to the Montreal Canadiens in overtime. Kathleen, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. We go to our first commercial break here. Ottawa with the offense early, up 2-0 in this one. And trying to extend that lead even further. They have thoroughly outplayed the Bruins in the first, 6-7 minutes of this game. So, we'll see if they can keep the fight up there. But, again, thank you guys all so much for watching. It's great to have you here. Please don't forget, it really means a lot if you give that thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't yet. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of all teams are welcome and wanted. Just trying to build a hockey community where everybody can come together, enjoy hockey, and have some fun. We're coming back now. We'll see. Next goal of this game is going to be very, very important. Hey, John, what is going on? Jinxer, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Offensive zone draw here for Boston. Kind of a stalemate off the draw. Eventually, the Bruins cycle it deep. Trying to work this one out in front, though Hall gets checked by Hamonic. And it's taken now by DeBrincat as that one's passed up and out of the zone. Ottawa clears. Bruins trying to bring it back in. Taken by Taylor Hall. He's checked by Sanderson. Norris comes in to help and steals that puck, sends it up the boards. DeBrincat's going to carry it out. 13.5 to go here in the first period. Dumped into the offensive zone for Giroux to chase against Lindholm, but Giroux goes down. Lindholm takes the puck and passes it out of the zone. Here comes Pastrnak for Boston into the offensive end, fires a shot wide. Teddy, what is going on? Raymond, welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Good to have you guys in the chat. HZN, what's going on? Welcome. Trying to play it up now. The other way. Fast into the offensive zone. DeBrusk fires a shot. Nice save there by Forsberg. Zacha couldn't get a shot off on the rebound attempt, and then Ottawa flips it up and out. And we get a whistle here with 12:46 to go in the first and a face-off coming up. Oh, geez, Ottawa. Senators outlook, I mean, obviously, the first name, I don't think Barry Trotz wants to coach. That's why he's not coaching. He very easily could have had a job if he wanted one. He didn't want one. So, I don't think Trotz would even be an option. So, unless they got him to, actually, want to coach at this point. Maybe having a couple months off was enough. But, and I'm trying to think of what's out there as far as coaches. There's really not a whole lot. There's really not a whole... There's not a lot of, great names that are jumping out at me. Yeah, they're talking about whether... It is a delay of game penalty against Ottawa here. They shot the puck out, so... It is going to be a power play now for Boston. Their first opportunity of the game on the man advantage. And we'll see if they can get back within one with a power play goal. It's going to be a power play here for the Bruins' delay of game against Ottawa. Drake Batherson is going to serve the penalty. Yeah, I don't think Trotz is coaching at all this year, no matter who offers him a job. He rejected everybody in the offseason. He doesn't want to coach. He wants at least a year off. Julian could be interesting. He hasn't coached in a while, though, at least in the NHL. But Julian could be interesting. He's not particularly great with young players, though. So, I don't know. We'll see. He's not particularly great with young players, but that could be an option. Anyway, now Bruins setting up in the offensive zone. That one goes off of Tyler Mott's skate. He can't clear it out, though. It's kept in by Lindholm. Top of the circle. Here's Pastrnak with a shot. That one's just over the bar. Cap, what is going on? Rick, welcome in. Barry, welcome in. Thank you guys so much for being here. Aurelia, welcome. Thank you for being in the chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Aries, good to see you. So that's cleared all the way down by the Sens. Bruins still have 1:20 of power play time. They'll have to regroup. Bruin, what's going on? It's great to see you. Thanks so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Taken now. That one gets cleared. Ottawa looking good on this penalty kill so far. Trying to keep the Bruins off the board. Here. Taken at the red line. Back the other way. Thrown across by Pastrnak. Bruins are into the offensive zone. Back to Krejci. Now to Lindholm. Back to Krejci. Trying to get it across to Pastrnak, but the pass gets stolen. Great D there from Ottawa. And that's cleared all the way down again. Only 40 seconds left on the power play. Kevin, what's going on? Welcome in. Thanks for coming by. Good to have you. As that one's knocked down. Zacha gets a shot off. Big save there by Forsberg. 25 seconds still to go here on the Bruins power play. Jay, what's going on? Welcome in. Out high, long shot. Another save by Forsberg. Trying to drive this one in front. That one hits the post. Forsberg finds the puck and covers it in the crease. And now Mott and Coyle, after the whistle, exchange some shoves. And DeBrusk gets in there as well. And we've got 10 seconds to go on the Bruins power play. They remain down by 2. Nice couple of nice saves there by Anton Forsberg in goal. Brody, what's going on, man? Welcome in. Thanks for stopping by. Great to see you in the chat. Yeah, not the start that the Bruins were hoping for, to say the least. But second game of a back-to-back, I always warn against those. They're very difficult games. Sens are very hungry for their first win. Absolutely, Kevin. I mentioned that at the beginning of the stream. I knew Ottawa was going to come out really with kind of a fire in their play tonight, because they're not happy being 0-2 to start the season. As this one's sent back the other way now. Ottawa clears it all the way. Penalties over. Bruins do not score on the power play. Both teams 0 for 1 on the power play so far in this one. And the Sens ice that, so we'll get a whistle. Yes, Jeremiah. Yes, it is. Yes, I did, Dominic. That was pretty funny, honestly. It's going to be an offensive zone draw now for the Bruins. Top line comes on the ice. And that's taken back behind the net now. Played here. Bergeron keeps it in. DeBrusk and Zacha chase on the forecheck. Sent up the boards and out. Back now. It's played by Zaboral. Bruins have it in their own zone. Trying to regroup here. DeBrusk was chased by Tkachuk in the neutral zone. Has to go backwards to Strawman. Played now by Bergeron. He gains the red line and dumps it in. And that deflects up and out of play. And I think that was blockered up and out of play by Forsberg, so it should be an offensive zone draw for the Bruins. Nope, Tim. The only commentary that I do is here on YouTube on this channel. But welcome in. Thanks for stopping by. Ottawa with the 2-0 lead here. Bruins with another O-zone face-off coming up. And 10:16 left in the first period. Krejci to take the draw. And that's won back by the Senators. Nice win there by Pinto. Taken now. Bruins try again. And it's played by Tkachuk into the offensive zone. Rolls in on Swayman. He's just going to have to cover it as Batherson heads towards him. And we'll get another stoppage here. This time it'll be an offensive zone face-off for Ottawa. So they flip the ice. I hope so, Eric, but they certainly haven't played very well the first 10 minutes. They have not had a good first 10 minutes here, but still half a period to go. Plenty of time. As that one's up now to the blue line. Sens steal it again. They go back the other way. Here's Zub with it into the offensive zone. Drops it back at the blue line. That hops over Lauko's stick. He can't clear. Ottawa keeps it in. Worked around to the far side. Played by DeBrincat. Sends it behind the net, but it's too offline for Giroux. Zub keeps it in across. Norris to Shabbat. Shabbat plays it deep for Giroux behind the net. He's trying to get away from Riley. DeBrincat comes in to try and help. He takes the puck now in the corner. Looking for something cross-ice. Zub fans on the shot. He was in all alone trying to go to the near side post. Nobody covered him from Boston, but he can't get the clean shot off. Then the Bruins block a shot but don't clear the zone. Norris with it again. Then it's lost by Chabot, and that's cleared out by Boston. Sens go back and get it. Try for a quick return up ice. Tkachuk. Offensive end. Chase there as Frederick gets back. Sent out high. Long shot coming in. Blocked on the way through. Rebound chance, and it's a goal! Drake Batherson puts it in the open net. Swayman couldn't find the puck after it bounced away. Nobody knew where it was. And Batherson puts it in the wide open goal. It is 3-0. And Ottawa here pouring it in. Hey, Malika, what is going on? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Really, really appreciate it. And I think Boston is going to challenge for goalie interference here. Yeah, Boston's challenging for goalie interference. I don't even venture to guess on goalie interference anymore. I mean, there's no question Tkachuk is in the crease, and he falls over Swayman, but the question's going to be, is Strawman the one keeping him there? Because Strawman's right up against him, kind of battling for position. You just have no idea how these goals go, or how these calls go. They're different, like, they're literally different every time. Same thing with the kick, whether the puck was kicked or not. You have no idea how it's going to go. They're so inconsistent with it. And the goal's taken off the board. It is goaltender interference against Ottawa, and it is no goal. And we are back to a 2-0 game. So it is back to a 2-0 game. The goal is taken off the board, and it is goaltender interference there, so it is not 3-0. BC4F, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Good to see you in the chat. Gerald, welcome in. Thanks for coming by. We got 8:52 to go in the first period, and it is back to a 2-0 game. Third goal for Ottawa does not count. One back now by Kastelik, and the Sens take possession off the neutral zone draw. That one gets sent in behind the net. Heavy forecheck coming from the Sens, but the Bruins get it out. Trying to go back the other way. Dumped back in. Played up now. And that's over the red line. Dumped in by Boston. Greer will chase in on the forecheck against Brandstrom. Pins him along the boards. Zaboro can't pinch, but it's kept in by Coyle. Here's Greer again. This time he's hit by Brandstrom. And loses the puck in the corner, but Boston's first to it. Trying to cycle it around in the offensive zone. Frederick comes in, sends it down, loses it in the corner, though, up to Watson. He takes a big hit from Coyle. And once again, the Sens can't get the puck out of the zone. Now Boston's going to peel off for a line change, and this will give everyone a chance to regroup. Under 8 minutes now to go in the first. Shots on goal are 8 apiece. Sens with the 2 goals, though, both coming very early in this game. Matthew Joseph with it now. Back out to the point. Chabot walks the line. His shot gets deflected to the corner. Zub sends it deep. And Joseph gets it on the other side and cycles it back deep for Pinto. Pinto knocks down Clifton. And now the puck is moved by Forbert up to Bergeron. Boston's out of the zone. Trying to bring it into the offensive end. Zaka, but he's not going to be able to win the race. That's going to be icing. 7:25 to go in the first. And icing call against the Bruins. Sens will get an ozone face-off out of this. Claude Giroux and Patrice Bergeron in the face-off dot here. And the linesman doesn't like the drop, so they're going to do it again. Davin or Davin, I'm not exactly sure how you say that. I apologize if I said it wrong, but welcome in, Davin. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Good to have you in the chat as the Bruins send that one out of the zone. Hey now, what's going on? Great to see you again in the chat. Thanks for coming by. And now it's the Sens' turn to ice it. Although Claude Giroux doesn't like the call. He's not happy. And it's going to flip the ice, and the Bruins will get an offensive zone face-off now. Play getting a little bit choppy here. Krejci to take the offensive zone draw. Norris in there for Ottawa defensively. And now Krejci's going to get tossed out, so Taylor Hall will take it. That means big advantage Ottawa, as that one's won back by Norris. Played out now all the way. Rolled in on Swayman. He sends it over to Lindholm. And that's going to be iced now by the Bruins. Again, just very choppy play here the last couple of minutes. Riley ices that one, and now the Sens will get an offensive zone draw. Sheesh. 3 straight icings here. 2 for the Bruins, 1 for the Senators. No flow right now whatsoever. So now in front there, and Batherson scores! A great pass to the slot by Brady Tkachuk from below the goal line. Batherson one-times it by Swayman, and this time, for real, it is 3-0. Ottawa extends the lead to 3, and this was a beautiful passing play. Stützle cycles to Tkachuk, Tkachuk to Batherson, and it's in the back of the net. This is the offense that Ottawa has been looking for. They didn't really get it in their first 2 games, but they're certainly getting it here tonight. As they extend the lead to 3, and it is the big guns doing the scoring. Giroux with a goal, Batherson with a goal, Tkachuk with a goal. It is the big guns doing the scoring for Ottawa here tonight. Trying to play this one now down in the corner. Bruins looking to get it in the offensive end. Now it's sent back. Coyle can't keep it in the zone. Back to Zaboral. He's chased. Goes D to D with it. And that's eventually dumped. But it looks like it might have gone up into the bench, or by the bench on the way through and hit someone, so they whistle it down. 6:13 to go here in the first period, and Ottawa in complete control of this one early. Emmett, what is going on? Welcome in. Thanks for coming by. Really appreciate it. We head to another commercial break here, and I think it's, before I forget, I think it's time to crack this beer. So we're going to get a cheers in the chat, everybody. Thank you guys all so much for watching. It's awesome to have you here. Another night of hockey. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Great to have everyone in the chat. And got a lot of streams, a lot more streams coming your way this season. Doubleheader tomorrow night, doing 2 games, going to be fun. But we'll see how this one goes. Thank you guys again for being here. And cheers to everybody, and let's have a great night on the channel. Appreciate everyone being here. Andre, what's going on? Welcome in. Hannah, what's going on? Welcome in. DD, welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. So, Ottawa showed up ready to go in this one. which I'm not surprised because they are 0-2 to start the season. They're not happy about that. It's their first home game of the year. You knew that they were going to have a lot of energy getting, back onto home ice and playing on home ice, and they have certainly come out ready to go in this first period. I mean, it's not looking great, Hannah. There's a lot of hockey left to be played. We still got over 2 full periods, but Boston has not looked good in this game, and Ottawa has played very, very well. And it's the guys scoring for Ottawa that you would expect to be scoring. Batherson, Tkachuk, and Giroux with the goals. Trying to work it now. Pass across. Knocked down in the slot. Now DeBrincat fires one, and he just misses that one wide. Played back the other way. Over the red line into the offensive zone. Here's DeBrusk. Passes that one back. Hall with a good shot. Or actually, that was Clifton, excuse me. Clifton fires one there. And that's a nice glove save by Forsberg. Gerry, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Good to have you in the chat. Really appreciate it. Clifton jumping up into the play there. And I wonder if down by 3, we're going to see Boston start to activate the D more and just try and get some offense going. So that's dumped in by Riley. Sanderson takes it from Krejci to move the puck. Ottawa looking to get it out of their zone. That's back out. And played here. Zdeno Chara is retired. As that's kept in by Matthew Joseph. Ottawa has it. Offensive zone. Top of the circle. Played back now. Long shot by Holden goes wide. Puck bounces in front. Swayman trying to find it. It's in the crease. And finally, he's able to cover it up. And now Lindholm getting into it with somebody behind the net. And that was Matthew Joseph as they're tangled up. 5 minutes to go here in the first period. And it'll be an offensive zone face-off for Ottawa when we get back. Second game of a back-to-back. That's with travel in between. That's how the Bruins are losing, Silencer. Second game of a back-to-back with travel in between. The teams that are playing back-to-back very rarely win those games. It's I don't know the exact percentage, but it's not a good record for teams in the second game of a back-to-back when they have to travel in between. They're just always tired for that second game without the day off in between. And the teams that are rested almost always beat the teams that are playing back-to-back. I've got Calgary tonight, Lucas. I actually have a bet on Calgary tonight, so I think the Flames win that one. Jamie, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. J-Dog, what is going on? Welcome. Rush, welcome in. Cruss, welcome in. Lucas, welcome. Man, we got so many. A lot of people in the chat tonight. Thank you guys all so much for being here. Really, really appreciate everyone coming by. Please don't forget, it means a ton if you can hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of all teams are welcome and wanted here. Just trying to build a hockey community where everybody can come together, enjoy hockey, and have some fun. And I'll be back tomorrow night for a doubleheader, doing the Flyers-Panthers game tomorrow night, as well as the Blues-Kraken. So Got a couple coming your way tomorrow. It's going to be a fun night of hockey. Trying to play it up now. All the way down. Lauko is going to win the race. Forsberg plays it over to Holden. Sends back in their own zone. Now Stützle takes it in the corner. Trying to get away from Lauko. That's off a skate. Bruins take it in the neutral zone. We're down to 4:40 left here in the first. That one gets dumped in. Tkachuk sends it right back out. Hey, Joey, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Now Lauko and Stützle exchange some shoves in front of the benches. I'm honestly surprised this one hasn't been a little bit more physical. I was thinking there was going to be some nastiness between these teams. But still plenty of time for that to start. Gordon, what's going on? Eddie, welcome in. Keeg, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Back out to the point. Zaboral with it. Pushes it over. Played there. Thrown. Blocked down by the Sens, and they clear it out. Man, Ottawa's had a very good first period here. Boy, are they happy to be back on home ice. As that's taken down in the corner. Played up now by the Bruins. Over through to Coyle into the offensive zone. He drops it back to the point. Long shot by Zaboral. That's deflected up into the netting, and we'll get a whistle. Stoppage there as Zaboral's shot gets stopped. 3:33 to go in the first. And it will be an offensive zone faceoff coming for the Bruins here. Honestly, AJ, you might as well. Vancouver has blown a multi-goal lead and lost all 3 of their games so far. So the fact that they are up 2-0 right now makes me honestly think that Columbus is probably going to win that game. Jessica, what is going on? Unknown, welcome in. Thank you guys for being here. Ottawa gets in again. Big poke check, though, from Lindholm. Sens keeping it at the blue line. Offensive zone. Shot attempt gets blocked. Norris first to it in the corner. Man, Ottawa is playing like 10 miles an hour faster than the Bruins so far in this game. As that's worked up now, here's Pastrnak. Takes it around the net, looking for a wraparound, and he can't tuck it home. That was so close. Pasta again with a long shot. Save that. Rebound, scores! Patrice Bergeron gets the Bruins on the board, and it's a 3-1 game as Bergeron puts the rebound home. Well, it may not be much, but it's a goal, and it gets the Bruins on the board here, and they don't get a fat 0 in the first period. They are back within a couple as Patrice Bergeron gets the Bruins on the board. And the captain, who has been so good to start this season, does it again. And we have a 4-goal first period here. Oh yeah, Bergeron is the best two-way forward of all time and still an elite #1 center for the Bruins. He is absolutely phenomenal, and he's been absolutely fantastic so far this season. Honestly, might have Selke Trophy #6 coming his way this year. As that's sent back now. Ottawa trying to get it back in front. And good job there by Clifton to break up that pass. Sent again back to the corner. Sens have it in the offensive zone. Stützle's shot attempt gets blocked. He'll get it back, though. Trying to skate away from Clifton. Pass across. There's a one-timer. That one misses wide off glass. Back out to Zub. Sens trying to get this goal back quickly, working it through the offensive zone. There's a shot. Big block there by Clifton. Ends up bouncing high off glass, and Foligno will pass it out. Over the red line now, Clifton jumping into the offensive end. And that's going to be offsides against the Bruins. Things will get whistled down again. Yeah, it has been a very long first, Avi. Just a lot of whistles. Lot of whistles. Oh, jeez, Eddie. That's tough. That's tough. That's funny, though. Yeah. No, this is going to be Bergeron's last season, I would imagine, Jeremiah. But I could certainly see him getting another Selke here in his final year. God, he still, like, does everything for the Bruins. Best defensive forward by far. Elite in the face-off dot. 60-plus points, maybe even 70-plus points. Hey, Ryan, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Sens carry it out of their zone. Bergeron gets back, tries to clear, pushes up against Pinto, sends it over to Riley. Bergeron steals the puck in true Bergeron fashion, and the Bruins are going back the other way. Pastrnak loses it in the neutral zone. Sent back here along the sideboards. 1 minute to go in the first period. And that gets dumped into the offensive end. Here's DeBrusk after it. Yeah, DeBrusk did not get along with Cassidy, Jamie. And I don't know, he seems to be really happy now playing with under Montgomery. As we're going to get a penalty call here, it looks like. Yes, Bergeron has 5 Selkes, which is the most all-time, Jeremiah. Lauren, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. We are going to have a Boston power play here as Artem Zub heads to the penalty box. As he gets the stick in between the skates there of David Pastrnak and trips him down. So we'll get a power play chance here for the Bruins to try and cut this lead to 1. Rush, I am. Thank you so much for subscribing. Let's get that new sub hype in the chat for Rush, everybody. Welcome to the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We got 41 seconds left in the period. The power play will carry over into the second if Boston doesn't score, but they win the faceoff. And they're setting up in the offensive zone now. Chance in front, trying to get that one through. Taken in the corner. Ottawa sends it off glass and out. Yeah, they played last night, Steven, so I'm not surprised that the Bruins look tired at all. Second games of back-to-backs usually don't go very well, especially when there's travel in between. Played over now to the sideboards, down behind the net. Taken. 1:20 to go here in the power play, but the period is over as the horn sounds. And that is finally going to finish this first period. And it was a long first period here. Lots of whistles, choppy play. Oh, and 4 goals as well. 3 for the Senators, 1 for the Bruins. Ottawa has a 2-goal lead heading into the first intermission. And we've got 20 minutes down, still 40 minutes of hockey to go. And we'll see what happens here the rest of the way. But we'll have some time to hang out and chill in the chat now while we wait for the second to begin. Power play for Boston will carry over into the second for about 1 minute and 20 seconds. Thank you guys all again so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Awesome to have everyone in the chat. Please don't forget, it means a ton if you can hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of all teams are welcome and wanted here. We're just trying to build a hockey community where everyone can come together, enjoy the sport, and have some fun. So, the end of a long first there, and Ottawa looking good in their home opener. I knew the Sens would have a lot of energy for this one. Just because they started at 0-2 on the road. They were finally going home. Definitely, you know, want to have a good showing on home ice. Bravo, what's going on? Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Yes, very good, J-Dog. Very good, for sure. All right, so other games going on around. There was an 8-game slate in the NHL tonight. Some of those games obviously haven't started yet, but in other action, the Anaheim Ducks have a 2-0 lead over the New Jersey Devils as the Devils' horrific start continues. The Vancouver Canucks have a 2-0 lead over the Columbus Blue Jackets, which means they're just gearing up to blow another multi-goal lead. The Flyers and Lightning are still 0-0. And the Sharks have a 1-0 lead over the Islanders in the first period of their game. Games that haven't started yet, Buffalo and Edmonton play at 9 o'clock. Vegas and Calgary also play at 9 o'clock. And LA and Nashville will be the last game to drop the puck tonight at 9:30. So that is your NHL action around the league tonight. SJ, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. It's great to have you in the chat. Really appreciate it. You're new to hockey? Well, hopefully we can help you out and you learn some things and get into the game even more here on the channel. Thank you for being here. I certainly believe so, Lorne. I certainly believe so. This will be Bergie's last season. Oh no, I'm very high on the Senators as being a much improved team this year, Cross. Absolutely. No knock against Ottawa at all this year. I think they're going to be a very improved team from where they've been the past couple years. Hello, Daredevil. Well, I mean, I don't make the calls, Daredevil. Wow, Stammer gets a goal and the Lightning go up. Stamkos has had an unbelievable start to this season. He is ripping goals for Tampa this year. One game tonight, Ryan. Doubleheader tomorrow. Doubleheader tomorrow night. Flyers, Panthers, and Blues Kraken coming tomorrow night. Going to be fun. Yeah, I don't know, what his plan is, Lorne, as far as after hockey, but I certainly think he would make a phenomenal coach, no doubt about it. Honestly, I would want him to coach the Bruins. I mean, maybe have a few years as an assistant first, but now probably not just going to jump right into a head coaching job, but maybe if he gets a couple years as an assistant, he could very well be a fantastic coach. Because he's so smart, and just his understanding of the game is, any ability to teach that to other players, which Bergeron does have, because they've talked about him being like another coach in the locker room. I think he could have a phenomenal coaching career after his playing days if he wants to. Obviously, he would have to want to do that. I think so, Samantha. I have them making the playoffs, absolutely. I think, they had 51 wins last season. I think they're a pretty similar team this year, so they'll probably be right around the same win total as last season. Soul, what's going on? Welcome in. Impulse, welcome in. Hey, I'm glad to hear it, Ryan. I'm glad to hear it. I'm just hoping to, make it fun for everybody and have everyone enjoy hockey. Second fight in the Tampa Bay-Philadelphia game. Let's go. Let's go. God, I can't wait to go back and watch the replays from that one. Absolutely love it. I hope we get a fight or two in this one here. It wasn't as physical of a first period as I thought it was going to be. Hopefully that ramps up a little bit in the second. Wrist Rider, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Phil, what's going on? Welcome. Thanks for coming by. Good to have you in the chat. I've been doing pretty well, Wrist Rider. How are you? Awesome to see you in the chat. I thought when Frederick got that boarding penalty early, I thought that was going to set this off to be a real nasty game, but it actually went the complete opposite way. Like, the physicality went to almost nothing after that. No retaliation from Ottawa either. Oh yeah, definitely Lorne. Because generally, your great two-way forwards like that are usually like very intelligent players, and then obviously that hockey sense and intelligence and understanding of the game is what develops into great coaching and the ability to teach that to other players. So yeah, those kinds of players generally become good coaches and or good general managers. Boston's goal was scored by Patrice Bergeron, Kevin. Yeah, yes, Jamie. I'm glad you enjoy it. Awesome to have you here. So the first fight between the Flyers and Lightning was Pat Maroon and Nick Deslauriers, a real heavyweight battle there. And then the second fight was Corey Perry and Justin Braun. That must have been that probably was a hug fest, honestly, but that's pretty funny. Corey Perry's always out there stirring things up. Yes, Phil, Islanders are only down by 1 goal. That game is far from over. Still a long way to go in that one, so I wouldn't be too worried yet. I would be worried about the Devils because they've had an abysmal start to the season, and they're down by 2 goals to the Ducks, who have also had a pretty bad start to the season. But New Jersey has been really, really bad, and for them to be down on home ice against a team like Anaheim, that's tough for the Devils there. Canucks and Blue Jackets. I'd be worried about the Blue Jackets if it was anybody other than Vancouver, but Vancouver loves to blow leads this season. They've done it in every game so far, so I wouldn't quite be worried yet if I was a Blue Jackets fan. Yeah, I imagine Braun versus Perry wasn't exactly a toe-to-toe slugfest. Yeah, Dougler. I was hoping for a more physical game, to be honest. I was a little surprised that the first was kind of as quiet as it was, but maybe things will pick up a little bit in the second. And if Boston can get hitting and get the forecheck going, that would definitely be beneficial. TJ, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Awesome to have you. Stammer again. Stammer again. Wow. Unbelievable start. Steven Stamkos is freaking going for the Rocket this year. Best fighter in the league, I would say Reeves, Kevin. There's not too many guys that can stand toe-to-toe with Reeves anymore. Obviously, Milan Lucic is, he doesn't fight a lot anymore. He's a lot older now, but he's still, if you do fight Lucic, he still can throw. Curtis McDermott can throw pretty good. He's a depth D-man for Colorado. Nick Deslauriers, obviously now in Philadelphia, is always near the top of the league as far as fighting majors go. But there's not a lot of, those big heavyweights anymore. Reeves, I think, takes the cake as far as probably the last guy I would want to fight for sure. Jack, what's going on? Makeda, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Devils score. That's a big goal there for New Jersey. They needed that. Stamkos is off to a ridiculous start. Rangers fan, what's going on? Welcome in. Grego, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Yeah, the regular season games will go to a 5-minute 3-on-3 overtime, Ryan. And then if nobody scores in that, it goes to a shootout. Dave, what is going on? Nope, this is my only game tonight. I'm doing a doubleheader tomorrow. I'll be doing the Flyers and Panthers and Blues and Kraken. It's pinned at the top of the chat if you want to see the schedule for tomorrow. Hey, there you go, Wrist Rider. They will be fun to follow, that's for sure. Stamkos a Hall of Famer? Yeah, definitely. And I mean, he's obviously still got more to go. But I think even let's say, all right, so Steven Stamkos has won 2 Stanley Cups with Tampa. And even though that's a team accomplishment and not really an individual accomplishment, it does play a role as far as Hall of Fame goes. Stanley Cups are important. Stammer's still only 32 years old. He has 977 career points in 925 career games. So he's over a point per game in his career. He very well could be over a point per game again this season. Honestly, he should be easily over a point per game again this season. He already has 6 goals on the year. They're playing their 4th game of the season tonight. Tampa is. He already has 6 goals on the year now, including tonight's game, which means he might score 50 this year potentially. He scored 60 back in 2012. He scored 51 in his second season in 2009-2010. So he's a 2-time 50-goal scorer that's trying to make that 3-time tonight. He's gone over 90 points in his career 4 times. 5 times. I missed one. He's got over 90 points 5 times in his career, trying to add to that this year. He's got 50 goals twice, trying to add to that this year. Yeah, 2 Stanley Cups. He's going to score his 1,000th career point, probably at some point in either November or December. Yeah, I mean, as long as he stays healthy, Stammer is... I mean, he's obviously had a lot of injuries throughout his career at certain points. If he can stay relatively healthy for the next couple of years, he will be a absolute lock Hall of Famer. Kevin, it's basically which games I want to watch. And also... Well, I also try and, like, spread it around to different teams as well. Like, I tell everybody I will have streamed at least one game for all 32 NHL teams by Christmas. So by Christmas, I'll have streamed at least a game for every team in the league. So obviously I have to do teams that I haven't done yet as we get deeper into the season. And mostly it's about matchups and which games I want to watch. And also which games I'm able to watch, too. But with ESPN Plus, I can watch most out-of-market games. Yeah, Stammer's unreal when he's fully healthy. And luckily for him, he was healthy for pretty much all of last year, and he's hopefully going to stay healthy this year. And he'll have an absolute chance at 50 goals and 100 points. Yeah, I mean, he's still only 32, which is crazy because Stamkos feels like he's been in the league forever. Like, I feel like he should be another guy that's like around Bergeron's age, but he's not. He's pretty significantly younger than guys like Bergeron and those older the older guys. So Stammer's still got a lot of good years left if he can stay healthy. And again, he's going to hit 1,000 points as long as he plays most of this season. No, I am not, Dave. Most underrated player in the league. Man, that's tough now. It used to be Barkov, but Barkov's not really underrated anymore. I think he's kind of, everyone talks about him like the elite player that he is. So it's not really Barkov anymore. Man, that's so most underrated player. There's a lot of options for that. I mean, I feel like Braden Point is still up there, although Braden Point's gotten a lot of recognition over the last as Tampa's gone on their cup runs, Braden Point started to get recognized a lot, so he's not really underrated anymore. Anton Lindell is definitely underrated, but he hasn't really broken out as a star yet. Yeah, actually, yeah, Kyle Connor is a great answer for that, Avi. Kyle Connor is very underrated because Winnipeg hasn't been good the last couple of seasons, but Kyle Connor, I think, is going to score 50 goals this year. So that's actually a really solid answer for that. Mike and Julie, what's going on? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Mean Girl Hockey, what's going on? Welcome in. Yes, I did hear that, AJ. And that's good, because Bieksa really was a Canuck. I know he played with Anaheim the last few years of his career, but Bieksa was really a Canuck. So that's good to see him retire with a Canuck in a Canucks jersey. Paolo, what is going on? It is great to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Awesome to have you. Yeah, Timo Meier's definitely underrated because the Sharks stink now, so he doesn't really get a lot of recognition, but Timo Meier's a very good player. All right, we're getting ready to start the second period here. 1 minute and 18 seconds of power play time carries over for the Bruins, but they're down by a couple of goals as Ottawa had a great first period and leads this one 3-1 as we get ready to drop the puck here on period number 2. Really appreciate everybody watching. You guys have been awesome. And we're going to see what the middle frame of this one brings us. Oh, yeah, Nick Fotiu is a classic there, Daniel. He was a former New York Ranger. Here we go now. Bergeron set to take the face-off for the Bruins. Can't quite see yet who's in there for the Sens. It's Josh Norris for the Sens. Bergeron wins it back, and we are underway. The second has begun. Lindholm takes the puck for Boston. Pass over to Pastrnak. Over the red line into the offensive end. Gets around Norris. Looking for a play out in front. Chance there. Oh, big stop by Forsberg as Bergeron drives the net. That was a great chance in front. And I think that was Pastrnak drove wide, then threw it back out into the slot area. DeBrusk gets the shot off. Bergeron loses an edge and falls down in front of the crease. But DeBrusk with a great opportunity there. Forsberg with an even better save. Still 1:04 of power play time. Offensive zone face-off for Boston. One back to Lindholm. Top of the circle now Pastrnak. Long shot goes wide. Yeah, BC4 Stars have had a fantastic start to the season. Very good for them as we get a chance here. And that one goes and scores! David Krejci! A power play goal for the Bruins. And it's a 1-goal game as it goes back to 3-2 here. Boston gets it to within 1. David Krejci roofs it right under the bar on that rebound chance. No doubt about it. It bounced right out, but looking at the replay, it hit the inside back bar of the net. So that is a good goal. It is a second goal of the game now for the Bruins. And they are right back within 1 here early in the period. Taken now, dumped back in by the Bruins. We got ourselves a 1-goal hockey game, and absolutely things are stabilized now, Jamie. Absolutely. Bruins right back in this one. Yo, Steven with the 2. Let's get some dono hype in the chat for Steven, everybody. Dropping a 2 on the stream. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. That is awesome. Back the other way now. Batherson, he gets hammered down by Clifton. Bruins steal the puck, and they clear it. All the way down, chasing after it is Shabbat. He'll play it. Behind the net now. Here's Stützle. He gets knocked in the neutral zone. Bruins dump it in. AJ Greer chasing. Zub and Greer to the corner. Plays it through to Coyle. Coyle spins off of Kachuk. Then Zub comes in to take the puck. Now Frederick's going to chase against Stützle. Sends it around the boards. Coyle's first to it. Moved out in front. Here's a shot. And they score! What a shot! AJ Greer snipes one bar down. And it's a 3-3 game as the Bruins tie it a minute and a half into the second. 2 quick goals and we're all even again. This is why a game is never over after the first period. What a start to the second here for Boston. 2 goals in a minute and a half. And all of a sudden, it is 3-3. And we got ourselves one heck of a hockey game going now between the Bruins and Sens. Holy, wow, this is incredible. Was not expecting such a quick comeback here. In front of the benches now. Both teams digging for it. Zacha sends that one up. Taylor Hall in the corner. He gets checked there by Brandstrom. Trying to outmuscle him for the puck. Hall comes away with it. Pass into the middle, though, gets stolen by Norris. Kept in by Krejci. Hall spins off the hit. Played now. Ottawa up ice. Here comes Norris over the red line. Pass to DeBrincat. Into the offensive zone. Shot in there. And Swayman blockers that one away. Down in the corner. Taken now, Giroux. Back to the point. Over to Sanderson. Sanderson goes D-to-D with it. Long shot. We got fanned on by Hamonic. And the Bruins come away with the puck and clear it out to the neutral zone. Played now by Pavel Zacha. He'll leave it for David Krejci. Krejci loses it to the back check of DeBrincat. Played now Sanderson across to Hamonic. Pass up over the red line. Poked away. Taken by Zaboral as the Bruins getting pressured by the forecheck in their own zone. Strawman with it now. Trying to send that one through. And that's dumped back in by Sanderson all the way down. Behind the net. Played there by Swayman. Mott with it for Ottawa. Taken in the corner. Big hit there. Good collision. Mott and Bergeron go shoulder to shoulder. Now Matthew Joseph comes in. Yo, Jeremiah with the 10. Let's get some dono hype in the chat for Jeremiah. Thank you so much. Just have a Yingling on me. I'm going to keep saying Jordan Kyrou is really underrated. Yeah, no, he is. Very fast. Very good point totals in his career. Absolutely an underrated player. Thank you so much, Jeremiah. Let's make sure you get some hype in the chat. Played down in the corner now. Shabbat and Coyle with a big hit. Collision down low. Hey, thank you so much, Phil. Really, really appreciate that. I'm glad that you enjoy the streams. Worked across here. That one deflects off glass. Boston Kid, what's going on? Great to see you. Thanks so much for coming in. Everything's pretty good. How are you? Awesome to have you tonight. As Clifton plays it behind the net, turns it over, chance out in front. Bruins steal the centering pass. Coyle takes it now. Over the red line, he'll just dump it deep as the Bruins get a line change. Yes, Raymond, it is 3-3. Back the other way. Here's Lindholm. He clears it out to the neutral zone. Sens get possession back at Stützle. Played into the middle. Taken there now along the half wall. Sens pass again. That one off of Tkachuk. He plays it around the boards. By Batherson to Stützle on the other side. He'll cycle it out high. Played now to Sanderson. Sanderson back cross ice. Brandstrom with a long shot. That's sent up and deflects off glass. Hey, what's going on, Martin? Welcome in. Thanks for coming by. Good to see you in the chat. Appreciate it. Swayman has some trouble with that one, but he does make the save. Can't control the rebound, but Boston's able to clear. Here's Nosek now. That one just goes off a body and down to the corner. Sanderson back to Hamonic. Into the middle. Here's Ottawa into the offensive zone. Stützle trying to drive around Strawman. Strawman, great job keeping him to the outside. Send it back now to the point. Long shot there gets blocked. Comes out of the zone. Bruins clear. Here's some speed up ice into the offensive end. Played over there by Zacha. Behind the net from Hall. Trying to get one out in front. He takes it back behind the net. Plays it through to Krejci. Krejci off a skate. Gets it right back in the corner. Hello, what's going on? Welcome in. Thanks for coming by. It's good to have you in the chat. Played around out to the blue line. Strawman has it. Through to Hall. Hall sends it deep again. Zacha, Krejci behind on the forecheck. Norris and Chabot there for Ottawa. Both teams digging for it. Sent back to the blue line. Played there. Zaboro keeps it in. Bruins with a good shift in the attacking zone. Shot in there. Redirection. Nice save by Forsberg. He gets a pad on that one. Now Zacha and Norris struggle for it in the corner. Bruins come away with it. Strawman keeps it in. Long shot. Blocked in front. Sends first to the loose puck off glass and out. And that's backed and dumped. Sends, dump it in. We'll get a much-needed line change as Zaboro goes back to get it. Bruins trying to carry it now. And that puck went into the open door by the Senators bench as they were making the line change. It'll be a neutral zone faceoff coming up with 13:42 to go in the second period. We're going to head to our first commercial break of this second, but it is a brand new hockey game as the Bruins strike twice in a minute and a half and tie this baby up at 3. Steven, what's going on? Abby, welcome in. Thank you guys for being here. Red Rubber, what's going on? Welcome. Thank you so much for watching. Great to have you in the chat. It has been one heck of a hockey game so far. The Senators got out to a 3-0 lead, and Boston has stormed back. We are only in the early part still of the second period, and it is already a 3-3 game. No, he is not, Boston Kid, no. Yeah, starting to get a little more chippy, Jamie. Hopefully that continues. We'd love to see the physicality really ramp up. Krejci went back to play a season in the Czech Republic, actually, in front of his family. A lot of his family had never seen him play because, you know, he came, or at least never play pro. Because when he was drafted, he immediately came over and played with Providence in the AHL and then moved up to Boston. So he wanted to play a year in his home country so his family could watch him play. Mateo, what's going on? Welcome in. Tanner, welcome in. Robert, welcome in. Thank you guys for coming by. Appreciate it. We are at the first commercial break here of the second period, a 3-3 hockey game. Thank you all so much for watching. Really means a lot if you can hit that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. If you haven't yet, I cover the entire NHL, so fans of all teams are welcome and wanted here. Just trying to build a hockey community where everybody can come together, enjoy hockey, and have some fun. Heck of a hockey game going here tonight, and hopefully it's fun the rest of the way as well. It should be. These two are playing a quite the back-and-forth game so far, with Ottawa dominating early and now the Bruins storming back. Thomas, what's going on? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Great to see you in the chat as the Sens dump that one in. We're back underway. Offensive zone now. Pinto has that puck stolen away. Pastrnak gets it to DeBrusk, and he's out of the zone. And that's brought up now is DeBrusk into the offensive end. Checked there by Chabot. Everybody trying to work it around behind the net now. Bergeron gets it to Pastrnak. And that goes off the Pinto's skate, but the Bruins keep it in for now. Now on a second chance, Ottawa clears. Back the other way now. Sends into the offensive zone. They cycle that one around. Forbert up the wing. Nobody there, though. Chabot keeps it in. 13 minutes to go in the second. Closing in on the halfway point of this game. Pinto along the half boards. Throws one that goes wide. Swayman with a pad save on that one. And that's taken now by Pastrnak out of the zone. Columbus just scored. The comeback has commenced, Isaac. As it's behind the net now. Played here by Ottawa. Yeah, Bruins scored 2 goals in a minute and a half, Hannah, to start the second period. Second period started 3-1. By the minute and a half mark, it was 3-3. As that one gets knocked down as Coyle tried to get it through. Kept in, though, out at the point by Lindholm. Moved back the other way now. Here's Brady Tkachuk into the offensive end. He fires a shot. Swayman comes out and cuts down the angle. Lindholm to Greer. Trying to get it out. Greer takes a push from behind. Then a big hit down in the corner by Batherson. Sens come away with the puck. Out to the top of the circle. Shot there and a save. And now he has some pushing Frederick with it in the corner. He gets knocked down by Tkachuk, gets back up, gets the puck. Things getting real physical out there. And finally, the Bruins will clear it out. Davin, thank you so much for subscribing. Everybody, let's get some new sub hype in the chat for Davin. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Got some new sub hype for our newest subscriber. Thank you so much. As Boston clears that out to the neutral zone. Hello. Thank you so much for subscribing. Everybody, welcome hello to the channel. Let's get some hype in the chat. Forsberg's got to make a save there on Nosek. Sens take it. They carry it back the other way into the offensive end. Played along. And that's cleared out to again by Boston. Sens will try and regroup and carry it up ice. Parker Kelly's going to lead the forecheck. Play to the corner. Here's a chance out in front. Castellet can't get his shot on goal. I usually do 4 to 6 games a week, Eric. So the days kind of depend on my schedule and when I'm available, but I usually do 4 to 6 games per week. Wow, Devils score. They tied up at 2. That is big for New Jersey. They cannot afford to lose this game at home tonight. Riley, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Good to see you in the chat. Heavy forecheck coming from Watson. He lays a big hit there. Now we got a fight going behind the play. Connor Clifton and Parker Kelly. And they just kind of drag each other to the ice there. I don't even think anybody threw a punch. But Clifton and Kelly drop the gloves. And then it's kind of a wrestling match down to the ice. We'll see if they get 2s or 5s here. I don't think anybody actually threw a punch, but we finally get gloves off, and hockey is being played tonight, as this feels like a division battle now in the second period. Yeah, Kelly got hit by Clifton, went right back at him, and then they both were very ready to drop the gloves there. So they do get 5s. That means we get official fight here in the game. Which means that's the first fight that we've had in a game that I've been streaming this season. Let's go. Finally, let's go. Pert, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. So Kelly and Clifton head to the box for fighting. It will be an offensive zone faceoff now for Ottawa. Still 5-on-5 with the matching penalties. And that's going to be taken now by the Bruins off the faceoff. Some of you are asking how far away from 10K. 253 subscribers now away. As we cut down to the 10-minute mark here. Halfway through this game, 10 minutes to go in the second. Ottawa ices the puck. And we'll get a whistle here with 9:57 remaining in the middle period. It will be an offensive zone faceoff for the Bruins. Boston and Ottawa still tied up at 3 here. Sens scored the first 3 goals of the game. Boston scored the next 3 so far. And we still have half a game to go. Aries, my next game will be tomorrow night. I'm doing the Flyers versus Panthers as well as the Blues versus Kraken. So it will be a doubleheader stream tomorrow night. I'll be doing 2 games. Played out now. Cleared by Boston. They ice the puck as Pasternak's not able to win that race. And we'll get another whistle with 9:34 to go. Second period. It will be an ozone draw now for the Sens. All right, ozone draw here for Ottawa. Played back now out by the blue line. Long shot in there. That one gets knocked down. Blocked in front, and the Bruins send it to the sideboards, but Josh Norris is the first to it. Then he loses the puck to Pastrnak, and the Bruins are able to get it out. Sanderson steps up, though, in the neutral zone and sends it back to the Boston end. Riley passes it back to Sanderson as we're playing catch here. Finally, the Sens will just dump it deep. Trying to get in on the forecheck is DeBrincat against Riley. Getting some help. Both teams have multiple players back there. Now Bruins finally clear. It's Trent Frederick. He's going to skate it up. Coyle in there as well. And no icing as the Bruins beat it out. Here's Charlie Coyle looking for a pass. That goes off a skate. Back out to the neutral zone. But he regathers the puck. Pass through by Zaboral to Coyle again. Into the offensive end. Coyle loses it. Hamonic pushes him down in the corner. And the Sens get by the Bruins forecheck, but then Zaboral sends it back to the blue line from the neutral zone. Sens with it now, partial line change. Frederick will dump it in, and that deflects up and out of play. We'll get a whistle with 8:31 to go. Game still tied up at 3. Commercial break coming up with 8.5 left in the second. What a hockey game here. We've had 6 goals in a fight. Things starting to ramp up a little bit here in the second as far as physicality. And this feels like an Atlantic Division battle between these two. That is for sure. Riley, I have the Oilers in that one. But I think it'll be a pretty good game. But I have the Oilers in that one. Wow, really, Aries? That's pretty scary. I'm glad that where I live doesn't have rattlesnakes, thank God. Lubo, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for coming by. It's great to have you in the chat. Pasternak's played pretty well. I'm not sure if he has a point or not. He has an assist on the Bergeron goal. Yeah, he's got 2 assists. He's got an assist on the Bergeron goal and on the Krejci goal. So he's played well, and he's gotten on the score sheet. Oh, yeah. It's great when you finally get to sit down and see a actual full game. Hello, for sure. I know it's busy for a busy time of year for everybody. It's nice when you get to actually just chill out and watch a game. So, other scores going on around the league right now. There's quite a few games underway. The Ducks and Devils are tied at 2. The Canucks have a 2-1 lead over the Blue Jackets. The Lightning have a 2-1 lead over the Flyers. And the Sharks have a 1-0 lead over the Islanders. That's it as far as scoring and or as far as games that are going on right now that have started yet. There's still a few more to start later. Hey, thank you, Luke. Really appreciate it. Thank you for coming by. It's great to have you in the chat. John Wilkes Booth, what's going on? Welcome in. Canucks haven't blown the lead yet, but there's still a full period to go. So we'll see. As that's played up now, back underway. Bruins into the offensive zone. And Shabbat knocks down Zaka there. Hall in on the forecheck. Sens move it, though. Can't get it out. Ryan, yes, Ryan, you're right. Just give him time. James, what's going on? Cross-ice pass there. Pinto scores! A 2-on-1 for the Senators! And Pinto blasts it home. Blocker side on Swayman. He couldn't get across in time. And the Sens get the lead back. It's a 4-3 game. I think Boston is going to be pretty similar to where they were at last year. Right around 50 to 50-ish wins, something like that. Oh, wow, Jeremiah. That is awesome. Going to Vegas versus Toronto Monday in Vegas. That's fantastic. Yeah, Boston's been a much more offensive team, Ryan. They're scoring a lot of goals. They're giving up more goals, but they're scoring a lot this beginning of the year as well. So that's kind of seems to be the trade-off that they're willing to make to be a more offensive team. As this is played now by Riley, up and out. Foligno trying to get that one over the red line. He'll dump it into the Senators' end. Pinto has had a fantastic start to the season. Played up now into the offensive zone. Here's Brandstrom. He fires a shot wide. Senators back out in front. We've got 7:20 to go in the second period. Still a lot of hockey to be played in this one. 27 minutes of game action still to go. Feels like enough's happened already in this game for it to be a full game. As Bergeron tries to backhand that one, he's hit by Watson. Stolen away now by Joseph. Gets it through to Kastelik. He looks for the wraparound, and Swayman's able to hold the post. Bergeron back now to Riley. Riley in the corner, under 7 minutes remaining. Played up now by Bergeron. He dumps it in from the neutral zone, in on Forsberg, who plays it to the corner. Taken there by the D, and Ottawa clears. Played around now, over the blue line, into the offensive end. Pass across there, doesn't get through to Pastrnak. Great steal by Sanderson. Sanderson will dump it, but Stützle's first on it, beats out the icing, then he's ridden heavy into the boards by Zaboral. Taken now back the other way by Boston. Here's Trent Frederick. He'll fire one in. He takes a hit by Hamonic. And taken now by Sanderson. Forecheck pressure coming now. Zaboral gets hammered by Batherson. Out in front, here's another chance, and Stützle scores! Tim Stützle, all alone in front, is able to pull it to the backhand and tuck it by Swayman. The Sens lead is now 5-3. And talk about a back-and-forth game. First 3 goals to Ottawa, next 3 goals to Boston, now the next 2 goals, and honestly, it's shaping up to be the next 3 goals to Ottawa again. This has been an absolute roller coaster. And Stützle pulls it to the backhand and finishes that one. Center ice draw, 1 back by the Sens now. We still have 6 minutes to go in the second period. Played by Mott as he dumps it in. Puck ends up in the corner. Here's Nosek. Wrap that one around, past Forbert. Lauko can't get it out, but Forbert's going to try, and he lifts that one out to the neutral zone. Bruins with it now into the offensive end. Lauko's shot gets blocked. Trying to find this one now. Forbert can't get a shot off, but it's kept in by Lauko, covering. Cross-ice play. And it's gloved down now by Riley. He fires one well wide. Lindholm off the bench, keeps it in. Played by Lauko down low. Looking to get it behind the net. Working it here. Nosek with the puck to the blue line. Played deep by Strawman. Now Zacha chasing Joseph. Joseph's just going to chip it out of the zone. Doc, welcome in. Andrew, welcome in. Dakota, welcome in. Great to have everyone in the chat tonight. Thank you guys all for watching as Krejci carries this one through to the corner. He tries to fire one from a sharp angle. It goes off glass. Now a shot from the point just misses wide. Puck in the corner. DeBrincat first to it. Pokes it to Brandstrom. Brandstrom gets hit. Krejci loses his helmet. He's got to head off. Zacha with it now. Gets the puck stolen away, and Ottawa clears it out. Up ice they come. DeBrincat into the offensive end. That one gets dumped across the corner. Under 4.5 now to go in the second. Back out to the blue line. Long shot there. Holden purposely wide to DeBrincat behind the net, but it's stolen away by Strawman. And finally the Bruins can lift it out. Here's Pastrnak now. Drop pass for Hall. Doesn't connect. And the Sens bring it back into the attacking zone. Giroux feathers one through. Big save there by Swayman. 4 minutes left as Boston tries to clear. JV, what's going on? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Yes, I believe so, Impulse, yes. Kano, what's going on? Welcome in. DD, unfortunately, I wasn't alive for 80s hockey, but I've certainly seen enough old clips and highlights to certainly agree with you that it does feel that way. As it's stolen by Watson out to Kastelic, and Kastelic scores! Another horrendous turnover by the Bruins in the defensive zone. And that results in the 6th goal here for Ottawa, and they go back up by 3. Nine goals in this game, and we aren't even done with the second period yet. And an absolutely brutal turnover there in the defensive zone. No, the horn is the same no matter what team it is. The horn doesn't change. I'm not uploading 32 horns. You get one and that's it. Played around the boards. Bruins back in the defensive zone. And they're able to chip that one out. 3 straight, then 3 straight for the other team, and then 3 straight back to the first team. Played back now, down low. Bruins trying to work it out of their end. .250 to go here in the second. Into the offensive end. Sends back on the rush. Played there by Brandstrom deep. Playing it around now in the corner. Back to the blue line. That one gets knocked down. They're not gonna put Ullmark in. Ullmark played last night. They're not gonna play him 2 nights in a row. Swayman's just gonna have to eat it because he's just gonna have to eat the goals against because they're not gonna play Ullmark 2 nights in a row. You take your L in this one and you move on to Thursday night. Second of a back-to-back, you don't really expect to win many of those anyways. As we get a chance out in front. And a rebound opportunity. Tomas Nosek scores! The Bruins get one back. It is 6-4 now. It is 6-4. I'm not sure. That might have been, it was either Foligno or Nosek. Somebody got a stick on that. And it is a 6-4 game as the Bruins get a goal. This is absolutely wild. Absolutely wild here. I don't know what to say. 6-4 in the second period. Isn't even over yet. I think that, I don't know if that, like, Foligno celebrated like he got that, but Nosek also swiped at that. Either way, it's a 6-4 game now. This is wild. Leaf 71, what is going on? Brendan, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Hey, Doc, thank you so much. Everybody, let's welcome Doc to the channel. Let's get some new sub hype in the chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. William, what's going on? Welcome. As the Bruins almost turn that one over again. 1:43 to go, and it will be an offensive zone face-off for the Senators as we head, I believe, to our final commercial break of this second period. Goal scoring is way up, Luca. It's actually pretty fun. It's exciting. There's so many goals in these games. It's like up and down action. BC Transportation, I didn't think the Bruins were going to win tonight, so. Second game of a back-to-back, I never expect wins, especially when there's travel. Like, it's one thing if you're at home for 2 games in a row, then maybe it's not as much of an issue. But when it's the second game of a back-to-back and you had to travel in between, those teams very rarely win when they're playing against a rested opponent. So I wasn't expecting Boston to win this one, honestly. Yeah, we're only in the second period. It is a 6-4 game here. We're at commercial break with 1:43 to go. This has been an absolutely crazy game so far. Hits, a fight, and 10 goals so far, which is absolutely crazy. Hey, Doc, thank you so much. There's the notification. Doc subscribed. Make sure we get that hype in the chat. Thank you so much. Welcome to the channel. Final commercial break is now over. We're coming back to the game here. This has certainly been probably oh man, I mean, there's been so many good games I've watched already to start the year. This one I probably would say it takes the cake for the craziest, though. I would say as far as craziest game would be this one, definitely. There's been some really good ones. The Edmonton-Vancouver game last week was really good with with Edmonton coming back from a 3-0 deficit. The Kings Vegas game on opening night was really good with it, 4-3, Vegas winning with 25 seconds left. This has definitely been the craziest game, though. Forbert bounces off the Tkachuk hit. Brought up now to Pastrnak. Bruins over the red line into the offensive end. Clifton jumping into the play. Throws that through the middle. Nobody home. Now it's sent deep to the corner. Julie, what's going on? Welcome in. Anton Forsberg is the goalie for the Senators, William. Jeremy Swayman's in net for Boston. Omark played last night. And that's brought back in by Ottawa now as Batherson chases. Played up now into the offensive end. Yeah, unfortunately, Henry, I didn't get to see that game, but that was also an absolutely wild one. But I didn't actually get to see that game. So this takes the cake for the craziest one that I've seen. Yeah, honestly, Jamie, pretty darn close. We're now down to 52 seconds left in the second. Out in the neutral zone. Ottawa wins the draw. Sanderson dumps it in. Played out high. Long shot there. Swayman's got to make a save with some traffic in front, and he's able to cover that one. Offensive zone faceoff coming up now. 42 seconds left. Ottawa in the attacking end. Yes, Henry. Hey, Jet, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much. Glad to have you here. Appreciate you stopping by. Rick, what's going on? Welcome. Thanks for stopping in. Great to have you in the chat as that's played to the point here by Ottawa. Trying to score with about 30 seconds to go as Swayman makes a save on that one and covers it. Brian, what's going on? Welcome in. Brendan, welcome in. Great to have you in the chat. Thank you so much for coming by. Awesome to see you. 34.4 to go here in the second. It's a 6-4 lead for Ottawa. This is the second period, not the third. Crazy amount of scoring so far in this one. Jeremy Swayman's save percentage and goals against are going to take a real hit tonight. Going to take him a few good games to bounce back from this, statistically. Shot in there. Swayman's got to make another save on DeBrincat. And that's going to get covered up again. Swayman got to keep making saves here. KC, I wish I knew. I wish I knew who was going to win. I'd be putting my life savings on a live bet right now if I knew. But Ottawa certainly seems to be in better shape, that's for sure. I would lean Sens right now, but it's never over till it's over. Pablo, what is going on? Welcome in. Bruins having a horrendous last minute of this period here as they just iced the puck. And now I think we're going to get penalties, actually. Krejci and Norris, I think, are getting matching penalties here. Something must have been going on back behind the play. So it's right off of the face-off. We get Penalties here. I think it was matching to Krejci and Norris. So it's probably going to be going 4-on-4. Yes. Norris and Krejci get into it right off of the face-off. And it's going to go 4-on-4 here, which will carry over into the second period. Algoma, what's going on? Welcome in. Awesome Matthews, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you both for being here. Really appreciate it. Bruins win the faceoff in the offensive zone. Out in front. One last chance there. Shot. And they score! David Pastrnak with 14 seconds left makes it a 6-5 game as the Bruins take advantage of the offensive zone faceoff. And it's back to a 1-goal game. This is absolutely nuts. What is going on here? It is 6-5 in the second period. And now Boston has almost scored 3 straight for a second time. So Ottawa scores 3 straight. Then the Bruins score 3 straight. Then Ottawa scores 3 straight. And now the Bruins are on the verge of trying to score 3 straight again. This is unbelievable. Played out now. Final seconds of the period. Zaka with it. Just backhands one to the Sens, and that's going to do it. The period is finally over. 4-4. The 4-on-4 will carry over into the third period. We have made it to the end of the second here. It is a 6-5 hockey game with 40 minutes down and still a full period to go. Senators up by a goal. This is absolutely wild. Thank you guys all so much for being here. My apologies if I missed you coming in the chat. I'm trying to say hi to everybody, but there's a lot in the chat tonight, so sometimes it's tough to keep up. This is not on TNT, Kano, no. It's not a nationally televised game. Jules, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Pastrnak is off to a very good start. Awesome, Matthews. He'll be in the hunt for sure. Yeah, crazy game, Ryan. KC's got 100 on the Bruins. long way from over in this one. Unknown fan, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. I'm trying to keep up with all of these chats. This third is going to be absolutely wild. I wouldn't say a good chance, JV. I think there's better teams, but I certainly think that they'll be in the playoffs and be able to win a series or two potentially in the playoffs. Honestly, Henry, that's a great question. I do not know off the top of my head, but that is a great question. Bruins will win 13-12. Honestly, we're like on pace for that. Jesus. Not quite, but pretty darn close. This has been a wild one. Oh, 8-7 or 9-8 is certainly a possibility. 8-7 in this game is a very real possibility. Probably not Luka because the mid-80s happened. So probably not the highest scoring in NHL history. But it will probably be the highest scoring season that we've had in quite some time. This is wild. I would if I was on vacation to watch a hockey game, unknown fan, it would either be the Bruins versus Maple Leafs in Toronto, or it would be the Battle of Alberta. Either building, Edmonton or Calgary. I don't have a dog in that fight, but Battle of Alberta game for sure, or a Bruins-Leafs game in Toronto. John, what's going on? Welcome in. Avs fan, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Whew. Crazy, crazy game here between the Bruins and Senators. Habs versus Bruins would be awesome too, but the Habs Bruins matchups the last few years haven't been real high quality rivalry. Like Bruins Leafs have been way more of a rivalry the last couple of years. Like, if it was 2010 or 2011, then definitely Habs. Because Bruins and Habs rivalry in the early 2010s was absolutely wild. But it's really calmed down a lot over the past, like, I would say 4 or 5 years. I don't know when I'm doing the Avalanche Avs fan. I'm not. I know I don't have them on the schedule for this week, but I'd have to look ahead to next week. Yeah, nothing with the Avs on the schedule this week. Although I think there was a game next week with Colorado that I was thinking about doing. Let me look ahead to the NHL schedule here. No, it wasn't that one. Maybe was it? Nope. Huh. Oh, Colorado's going on an East Coast trip next week, so I probably won't do any games when they're on the East Coast. I'd rather wait for them to play like the Flames or a divisional opponent or even like Vegas, someone like that. Yeah, I'm probably not going to do it when they're on the East Coast. I'll get into Colorado when they're back playing like either divisional opponents or Vegas or somebody like that. I haven't even looked at next week's schedule yet, so I don't know what games I'll be doing next week. Krejci's been playing very, very good, Lubo. I am from Massachusetts, unknown. Devils score. I'll give you guys score updates from the other games in a second here. I just want to get caught up in the chat. Yeah, AJ Greer's had a fantastic first. He was great in the preseason. It's carried over into the regular season. He's been fantastic. Anyway, all right, let me get back to the scores for tonight's games. Obviously, this one here is 6-5 Ottawa going into the third period. Still a long way to go. Devils have taken a 3-2 lead over the Ducks. That's very important for them. The Canucks continue to hold their lead over the Blue Jackets. I honestly can't believe I'm saying that. The Canucks continue to hold their lead over the Blue Jackets. That's in the third period, 2-1 hockey game. Lightning and Flyers are tied up 2-2 in the third period. The Islanders have a 2-1 lead over the Sharks in the second period. And the Golden Knights and Flames are just about to drop the puck. Edmonton and Buffalo also should be starting fairly soon. And then the last game of the night is Los Angeles against Nashville coming up at 9:30 Eastern. So 8 games in total in the NHL tonight. Lot of good action going on around the league. Yeah, Rick, they've been... Vancouver has blown a multi-goal lead in every game this year so far. We'll see if they can hold on tonight. Oh yeah, Carl. Absolutely welcome in. Luke as well, welcome in. Well, Luke, the Senators are way better this year, so it's really not that big a deal. Jackets just tied it? Are you serious, AJ? No way. Oh my God, they did. The Jackets just tied it 2-2 against Vancouver. They have blown another 2-goal lead. Oh my God. That is unbelievable. Panthers' biggest fan, what is going on? Welcome in. Lil Beastie, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Anub, what's going on? Welcome in. Yeah, actually, can they really fire Boudreau, though? Like, they just signed him to a 3-year deal in the offseason. He was the interim coach last year. They did much better under him than they did under Green. They signed him to a 3-year deal in the offseason to officially become the full-time head coach and not the interim. And now he's starting the season with all of these blown leads. Dude, Canucks are off to a brutal start. I mean, they haven't lost the game yet, so... I'm from Bristol County in southeastern Mass, JV. They haven't lost the game yet, so it's not done. But if they lose to the Blue Jackets, oh my God, that is bad. Yo, Fuse, that's pretty funny. But yeah, he did a lot of work this offseason, and he looked really good going into camp for Vegas as far as what kind of shape he's in. So he's actually like in pretty good shape now, which is funny. Alex, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Awesome to have you in the chat. Yeah, I mean, this could very easily be like an 8-7 kind of game for sure. There's a lot of goals scored in this one. I think it'd be funny if this goes to overtime. Like, after all this, we end up going to overtime. That would be hilarious. Dan, what's going on? Welcome in. Great to have you here. Thank you so much. Yeah, the way that goals have been scored in this game, Anub, there's nothing's decided yet. Canucks scored. Wow, the Canucks take the lead back. That might be the difference for Vancouver. Because in the games that Vancouver has lost, once they've lost the lead, they've never gotten it back. That's the difference for Vancouver, is now that they've lost the lead and gotten it back, I wonder if the Canucks actually hang on for the win now. Justin, what is going on? Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Good to see you. Adam, welcome in. Thank you for watching. Also, the Sharks have tied the game against the Islanders 2-2. Donovan, what's going on? Welcome in. Eddie says 9-8 or 10-9 final. Bruins in a shootout. Oh my God. Pasta or DeBrincat? I mean, we could get goals from both Pasta and DeBrincat in this third period. Wouldn't surprise me. It's Anton Forsberg for the Senators and Jeremy Swayman for the Bruins. I don't know, Panthers' biggest fan. How? Hey, thank you so much, Lubo. Great to have you here. I'm glad that you're enjoying the stream as we get ready for period number 3 in a absolutely wild game between the Bruins and Senators. I've been good, Dan. How are you? Thank you so much for stopping by. Awesome to have you in the chat as always. Oh God, I should have known that. That was easy. Nope. Starting goaltenders for both teams, Adam. Ullmark played last night, so you're not gonna see Ullmark tonight. No, I don't think it matters what happens because he played last night. So Swayman's got to eat it tonight and just last the full game. My favorite logo, Avalanche is definitely up there. I would say Colorado, San Jose, and Minnesota are all ones that I really like a lot. There's a lot of good ones. I mean, there's a lot of good ones. There's very few logos that I don't like. Anaheim, but if I had to pick like a favorite, I would probably say Colorado. Hey, Julius, it's great to have you here. Thank you so much for watching. I'm glad that you enjoy the streams. Hey, Robert, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Oh, yeah, I love Minnesota's logo. Yeah, Anaheim's is supposed to be a duck foot, but I hate it. I hate their jerseys. I hate their just everything was better when they were the Anaheim Mighty Ducks. Now, they can't be that anymore because of the they can't be called the Mighty Ducks because of some copyright thing with Disney, but still, like, the colors, the logo, everything was better when they were the Mighty Ducks. Blue Jackets scored. Oh my God, Raymond. What a ridiculous night. You probably could have blanket bet the overs on every game tonight, and you'd probably be winning a lot of money right now. If you just blanket bet overs tonight. I don't have a favorite goal horn, Kevin. That's just, goal horns and goal songs are just things that I just never cared about whatsoever. Or honestly don't even know what they are for most teams or listen to them at all. I think the Lightning probably win against the Flyers, but that's been a very tight game. My favorite team, I'm from Massachusetts, Kevin. It's the Bruins. But I cover the entire NHL on this channel. All hockey fans are welcome here. I'll be doing games from all over the league. So Blue Jackets are back in a 3-3 game now as they answer that Vancouver goal. That looks like a wild one going between the Canucks and the Jackets. My second favorite team is the Colorado Avalanche and have been since I was about 4 years old when they won the Cup in 2001. Joe Sakic was also my favorite player when I was a kid growing up. So Colorado will always be my number 2 team. Bruins 1, Colorado 2. After that, I don't really rank anybody. I mean, there's teams I like, there's teams I don't. It changes a lot with those, teams after that, but 1 and 2 will always be the same. Yeah, the 2001 Colorado Avalanche team that won the Stanley Cup is one of my favorite teams of all time. It's also my first Stanley Cup final that I have memories from actually watching. And I've been a hockey fan my whole life because my dad and grandfather are both big hockey fans, but that's the first Stanley Cup final that I remember actually watching and paying attention to. I don't watch soccer at all, Pokemon Legends, so I have no idea. No, I am not doing the Bruins Ducks on Thursday. I've got 2 other games I'm doing on Thursday. All right, we're ready to start the third here. The 4-on-4 is going to continue with Josh Norris and David Krejci both in the penalty box. And, whoa, wow, I was wrong. We've got Linus Ullmark in the game. I didn't think that they would play him having played last night. But we've got Linus Ullmark in the net for the Bruins, so they have pulled Swayman. I will be the first one to say that I was wrong about that. I am very surprised. I thought they were going to make Swayman eat it with Ullmark having played last night, but they have put Ullmark in to start the third period. And we are underway now in the third. The puck is dropped. That's taken now. Bergeron gets checked. Ottawa trying to steal it. Here's DeBrusque. Marchand is injured, Robert. He's not going to be back for the Bruins until sometime probably in November. Trying to work it around now. Tkachuk with it. Still 1 minute and 7 seconds to go in the 4-on-4. Played behind the net. And Linus Ullmark is in the game. Yes, John Wilkes Booth. They've blown leads in every game so far this season. Vancouver has. Played up now. And that one goes by, but Sanderson, but no icing. And that's taken now over the red line into the offensive zone. And Ottawa's offsides. So 36 seconds left in the 4-on-4. Just over 1 minute into this third period. And it will be a neutral zone face-off after the offsides against Ottawa. They have the 1-goal lead now in the final frame. Nomander, what's going on? Welcome in. No, it's in Ottawa, Nomander. It's Ottawa's home opener. And it's just been an extremely high-scoring game from start to finish. Played around now. Final 30 seconds of the 4-on-4. Taken into the offensive zone. Trying to get around there is Sanderson on the rush. Played back out high. Long shot there. That one gets deflected wide. Over now to Hamonic. His shot attempt goes wide. And Clifton going to take possession there for the Bruins and take the hit to chip it to the middle. Derek Forbert over the red line into the offensive end. Here's Pasternak. Drops it back to Coyle. Coyle down low. Pasternak trying to kick it through. And Forsberg's got to cover that one up. As we get a whistle here. Offensive zone faceoff coming now for the Bruins. 18-14 to go in the third. The Evil Twin, what is going on? Welcome in. Thanks for watching. Great to have you here. They're certainly not out of it. I would probably say 60-40 right now in favor of Ottawa. But this game is far from over given the total number of goals that we've seen so far. As the Bruins win that one back. Here's Zaboral. Zaboral sends that one down low. Hall takes a hit by Holden. Trying to play it now. Out in front. Here's a chance for Krejci out of the penalty box. The 4-on-4 has come to an end. And Ottawa sends it down. Edmonton and Buffalo already 1-1. So 2 goals in that game already. Sheesh. Lots of scoring tonight. Bruins ice the puck here. And Ottawa will get an offensive zone face-off. 17:44 remaining. Not a lot of shots in this game, actually. 25 for Ottawa, 24 for the Bruins. So pretty even in shots, and nobody's over 30 yet. Just a boatload of goals. The save percentages for both of these goalies tonight are not good. Krejci will take this defensive zone draw as Brady Tkachuk is in there for Ottawa. And the Bruins take possession, but then lose it to Stützle, who steals along the boards. Ottawa keeps it in. Here's Batherson trying to get a pass out in front. Can't get it through. Stützle now cycles, but Krejci steals. Krejci pass out to the neutral zone. It's played by Zub. Hey, there you go, Luke. That's awesome. That is awesome, Luke. Congratulations on that. You got to keep building off that. Hopefully next time you get over 100. Alchemist, what's going on? Welcome in. Played back now along the sideboards. Shabbat can't maintain possession. And the Bruins at the blue line. Lauko clears. Into the offensive end now. Boston can't get it deep. Bad pass there by Lauko. Trying to get it to Nosek, but there was traffic in the way. And the Sens will take it behind their net now. Max, what's going on? Thank you so much for coming by. Good to see you in the chat. Really appreciate it. And that puck is played with a high stick. And it will get whistled down here in the neutral zone with 16:34 remaining. And another face-off coming up. A little bit of a choppy start to this third period. A lot of whistles already. Still anyone's game, Sens fan. Again, with it being 6-5, I'm leaning Ottawa about 60-40 in favor of Ottawa, but this game is far from over. With what a roller coaster it's been, there's still a long way to go as that shot is sent up high. Broken stick. Matthew Joseph comes away with it. Played up now. Wow, Philly takes a 3-2 lead over the Lightning. That is huge for Philadelphia. And now we got some more pushing and shoving after the whistle. Yes, it is a back-to-back for the Bruins. I made a big deal about that at the beginning of the stream because I said I did not think that the Bruins were going to win this game because it was the second game of a back-to-back with travel in between, which always makes it even more difficult. And Ottawa is rested. They didn't play yesterday, so... I wasn't expecting the Bruins to win this game, but the fact that they're still in it at this point, it's been a crazy, crazy game. What's going on, Mike? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Good to have you in the chat, as that one's played up and out, taken now by Bergeron into the offensive zone. 16 minutes to go, as that one's covered by Forsberg. Forsberg with a save on that one. He covers it up. It will be an offensive zone faceoff for Boston. Exactly 16 minutes to go in the third period. Can't believe we've gone 4 minutes into the third without a goal. That's the first time in this game that we've gone into a period this long without somebody scoring. One back now. That one's wrapped around the boards. Devils make it 4-2. Big goal there for them. They need to win that game on home ice. Looks like they are going to. That may just save Lindy Ruff's job, at least for another few days, as Boston ices the puck. There's a lot of them, Adam. The NHL.com or the NHL app will have them all listed for you. There's, I think there's 5 different goal scorers for the Bruins. I don't think anybody has multiple goals. I think it's 5 different scores for the Bruins, if I'm not mistaken. As it's taken now by Boston out of the zone. I know Pastrnak has one, Krejci has one, Bergeron has one. So there's 3 of them. I forget the others, but I think it's 5 different goal scorers for Boston. Played by Ullmark now to the D, and that's cleared out of the zone by the Bruins. Zub will send it over to Shabbat, and Ottawa has possession back now. Played out now. Eddie, I have no idea. I don't do rankings like that, so I don't even really think about that as... I don't do rankings. It's just, I think it's a waste of time. Foligno and Greer have the other ones. That is right, Alchemist. I knew I was forgetting a couple of them. Trying to play it around now. Down low. Taken by Ottawa now behind their own net. They're going to get a line change and regroup as Chabot has the puck. Played up now over the red line and dumped in. Brady Tkachuk will lead the forecheck. Zaboro cuts him off. Gets some help. Taken now behind the net. Played by Tkachuk now along in the sideboards. Down low, Batherson back to Tkachuk. Trying to find Stützle backdoor. He would have had a wide open net. But it hops by his stick. Not able to control that one. What do you mean, Tristan? Krejci was just out there. Krejci's on the ice right now. As Krejci passes it up to Zacha, over to Pastrnak in the offensive zone. Pasternak's shot attempt gets blocked, but he gets the puck back. Out now, chance here for Krejci. Looking for his second goal, passes it over to Riley. Blocker saved by Forsberg. Brought up now over the red line, into the offensive end. And that one is rolled in on Omar. He makes the save. And that one gets covered up with 13:17 to go in the third. Yeah, because he got a penalty, Tristan. Him and Norris both got matching penalties at the end of the period, so they went to the locker room. Because there was less than 2 minutes left in the period. That's why they went to the locker room. They couldn't get back out on the ice at all, so they just went to the room. No, Ottawa did not pull the starting goalie. Boston did. Boston pulled Jeremy Swayman and has put Olmark in for the third period. No, but neither of the goalies got injured. Swayman just got pulled, Robert. Check line looks fantastic so far, Brian, this season. Absolutely. Right now, it's looking like Flyers, KC, but once again, I don't know. I can't predict the future, so I have no idea who's going to win these games. If I did, I would be betting a lot of money. All right, we are at our first commercial break here of the third period. Thank you guys again all so much for watching. It's great to have everyone here. Please don't forget, it means a lot and helps a channel a ton if you can hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of all teams are welcome and wanted here. We're just trying to build a hockey community where everybody can come together, enjoy hockey, and have some fun. Bruins do have a lot of Czech players on their team, Lubo. Absolutely. That's been a country for them that they've been able to find prospects in pretty well. Whoever does their scouting over there obviously pays very close attention, and they've been able to pull quite a few prospects out of there. And also, obviously, Zacha coming over in a trade. Yeah, Dan, I do too, dude. I'd be rich by now if I could predict the future. I'd be betting my entire bank account on NHL games every night. And I'd just be like tripling my bank account every night. If only I knew who was going to win. Neutral zone face-off here. 13:08 to go. Third period. And that's kind of a stalemate off the draw. It's one back by Ottawa now. They gain the red line and dump it in. Worcester's where I went to college, Evil Twin. I went to Worcester State University. Ottawa now offensive zone in on the forecheck. Mott with a big collision with Clifton. Another collision there as well. Matthew Joseph. Played up now. Around and in the corner. Frederick first to it, but Holden chips it by him. Frederick now along the boards trying to keep it in. Out of the zone, cleared by Joseph. Oh, all right, Adam. One of my best friends actually lives in Berlin, right near Northborough, because he works in Northborough for National Grid. So I've been up to his place a few times and been right up in that area. 12:20 left to go here in the third as Forsberg covers that one. Oh, nice, Evil Twin. That's awesome. Yeah, I went to Worcester State for 4 years, so I was there for the better part of those years. Canucks game's going to overtime. Well, at least they get a point. Better than blowing it in regulation. They get a point at least. We'll see how that one finishes up. I still feel like Vancouver might win that one. Taken now by Tkachuk over the red line, dumped into the offensive zone. Oh, wow, really? That's awesome, Evil Twin. And we're going to get a penalty here. Pastrnak looks shaken up as he's hit by Hamonic, and Hamonic's going to the penalty box. And I guess they're going to call that one a trip. And it looks like they might be calling both of them here. Wow, they sent them both here. Hooking against Hamonic and embellishment against Pastrnak. And this is going to be 4-on-4. Yeah. Now, I can see that. Pastrnak did go down awful easy right there. I mean, where he got hooked was like up in his waist area, which really shouldn't make you fall down. Really shouldn't make you fall down. So, Pasta did go down quite easily there. Referee was probably right on that one. And we're going to get some 4-on-4 action with 11:56 to go in the third period. Michelle, what's going on? Welcome in. Wow, that's awesome. You play in juniors. That is awesome. So it's going to be 4-on-4 for the next couple of minutes. 11. Now they've sent it back to 11:57 to go in the third period. Somebody just threw a Senators jersey onto the ice, and that was the delay. What, like, the team's winning. Like, don't you normally throw a jersey on the ice if your team's, like, getting embarrassed or something? Like, the team's winning. Why would you throw your Sens jersey on the ice with them up? I don't get that. As Riley rushes in, trying to tuck that one, and he just can't get it through on goal. Bruins on the rush, though, in the offensive zone. Good opportunity there. Back out to Riley at the point. Still got a minute and a half of 4-on-4 time. That one's blocked down. It's going to be a race for the puck. Brady Tkachuk breakaway, and it hits the post. Oh, the arena guy thought he scored and sent off the horn. But the referee says it hit the post. Tkachuk with a golden opportunity can't finish. And then it's deflected out of play at the other end of the ice for the Bruins, and we'll get a whistle. Maritza, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. And Brady Tkachuk had a great opportunity on the breakaway there, and he rings it off the post. 1:09 to go in the 4-on-4. It stays a 6-5 game. And Tkachuk immediately looked up at the rafters after that one rang pipe. He was like, how did I miss that? And it will be an offensive zone draw now for the Bruins. Trying to get this tying goal. Played down low. Taken by Sanderson finally behind the net. He spins away from Coyle. Minute left in the 4-on-4. Under 11 minutes to go now in the third. So that's played up the wing. Now cut to the middle. Skating with it, Norris. Over the red line into the offensive end. Drop pass, top of the circle. Shot there off the outside of the goal. Played down low. John, it has been a crazy game. Thank you so much for being here. It's awesome to have you in the chat. Philadelphia going to start their season 3-0. Wow. Back out now. Matthew Joseph sends it over to Brandstrom. 25 seconds left in the 4-on-4. Zingmunt, what's going on? Awesome to have you here. Thanks for coming in the chat. Appreciate you watching. Played up now over the red line into the offensive zone. Batherson spins back on Forbert. Now a pass into the middle. Here's Zub on the backhand. Huge pad save. Rebound. Scores. Mark made the first save, but he couldn't make the second. And Ottawa gets a 7-5 lead with 10:02 to go on the rebound goal by Artem Zub. And that gives the Sens a little bit of a cushion here as they go back up by a couple of goals and have the 7-5 lead. Ullmark made a nice pad save on the first stop, but he couldn't stop the second one. And I believe we are back to 5-on-5 as well, as Ottawa goes up by a couple. Down behind the net now. Played up the wing. Bruins take it in the neutral zone. Flyers beat the Lightning 3-2. Flyers start their season 3-0. Forecheck coming now from Boston. Trying to get something going here. Down by a couple of goals. It's cleared out by the Sens to the neutral zone. Bruins got to wait to get onside. And that allows Shabbat to take the puck now with 9.5 minutes to go in the third period. Less than 10 to go in this one, and the Sens are trying to win their first game of the season. Move to the middle. They've got a 2-goal lead now on home ice as this is carried up by Pastrnak. Can't get around the defense of Nick Holden. Zaka and Krejci come in to help. Krejci pass back, top of the circle. Shot gets blocked by Kastelik. And Zaboro couldn't get that one through. And that is going to bring us now to another commercial break with 9:09 to go in the third. 7-5 Sens lead. And the Canucks lose! Are you kidding me? Well, I did bet the Blue Jackets money line tonight, so I will take it. But holy shit, the Canucks, who had a 2-0 lead in that game, blow another multi-goal lead and lose in overtime 4-3. That is 4 straight games to start the season. The Canucks have blown a multi-goal lead. That is unbelievable. What a brutal start to the season for Vancouver. You gotta wonder if they're even going to be able to mentally bounce back from that. 4 straight. I had high hopes for the Canucks as well. I had really high hopes for them to be better this season. And they're worse. It's unreal. I am not streaming on Friday, Donovan. I am streaming tomorrow and Thursday, and then not again until next week. I'm very busy this weekend. No, I do not stream every Bruins game, Lubo. No. I stream all 32 teams around the NHL, not just the Bruins. Yes, the Canucks have blown a multi-goal lead in all 4 games they've played this season. I'm on the East Coast of the United States, Michelle, so I really don't get to watch much as far as WHL, but it is a very, very good junior league. Yeah, still got fall stuff going on for right now, Eddie. It won't really stop until we get into, like, the winter. Thank you, Dan. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much. As we're headed back now from the commercial break, Sens dump it in. We got 9 minutes to go in the third. Played across now. That's dumped by Boston. Played across here. My stream schedule for the rest of this week. Tomorrow will be Flyers versus Panthers and Blues versus Canucks. And then on Thursday night, I'll be doing a doubleheader again. I'll be doing the Devils versus Islanders on Thursday, as well as the Jets versus Golden Knights. So back-to-back doubleheaders tomorrow and Thursday night, and then that will be it for me until next week because I am very busy this weekend. Gordon, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Deuce, what's going on? Welcome in. Artem Zub scored the goal, Rick, for Ottawa to make it 7-5. We've got 8:03 to go here in the third period. Bruins trying to carry out of their zone. Played up here over the red line and into the offensive end. Coyle with it. That one's knocked off glass. No, Ottawa is significantly improved this year, no, Mander. They had a great offseason. I really don't have a favorite goalie, Michelle. None really stick out in particular as my favorite. I mean, I like a lot of them. Goalies are hard. I feel like it's hard for goalies to do things that make you not like them unless you're Jordan Binnington, but... Hey, Scott, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Monk Zorig, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Deuce, my favorite team is the Boston Bruins, but I am a huge hockey fan in general, and I cover the entire NHL. Bruins trying to keep it in the offensive zone here. It's Krejci. Move to the middle. Hamonic gets it to Batherson, and Ottawa clears. Sens have definitely started to lock things down a little bit more defensively here in the third, as that's dumped in by Boston. And sent right back out, and then they're offsides bringing it back in. So 7:05 to go in the third period, and it will be a neutral zone, face-off coming up. Well, I never saw Gerry Cheevers play, Dan, so I don't think I'm allowed to have or call somebody my favorite that I've never actually seen play live. They can't be my favorite if I wasn't there for, their playing days. That one's dumped in, goes behind the net. Brandstrom takes it. Ottawa trying to quickly clear again. Foligno keeps it in. 6:55 to go here in the third. Sending it back the other way, all the way down. No icing. DeBrincat heavy on the forecheck against Riley. Senators trying to keep it there. And 6:44 now to go as that puck hops out of play. Jack, what is going on? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Fortnite God, welcome in. Alex, welcome in. And no, we got a penalty here. Slashing penalty. Brandstrom is going to the penalty box. So it's a slashing penalty against Ottawa. And that's going to give Boston a power play chance. They do have a power play goal in this game. And this might be just enough to maybe try and breathe some life back into the Bruins here. Boston to the power play here, down by 2, and under 7 minutes to go in this game. And the Bruins win the faceoff. Back to Krejci. Now in the middle. That one gets knocked down, moved back here. Lindholm, long shot, deflection. That ends up in the corner, goes wide. Taken away now. Bruins still have it. Bergeron to DeBrusk. DeBrusk down low. Sends it around the boards. Moved out in front there. And Forsberg makes a really good stop. And he'll cover that up. Very nice save there by Forsberg. And it will be an offensive zone draw for the Bruins. But they're still down by 2. Great chance there by Bergeron. But Forsberg, even better save. DGB, what's going on? Welcome in. Chris, welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. 1:35 left on the Bruins power play. Trying to get back within 1. Taken now. Sent up the boards to the blue line. Lindholm keeps it in. Moved in. Long shot. Nice save there by Forsberg again. And the Sens clear it all the way down. Ticking down towards 6 minutes to go. And now we're going to get a whistle because the Sens played the puck with a high stick. So 6:06 remaining. 1:22 left on the power play. Sens still lead by 2. Looking good here for their first win of the season in their first home game of the year. You knew that Ottawa was going to be hungry for this win. The game's been a little bit crazier than I expected, but I'm not surprised that Ottawa's out in front, getting back on home ice, trying to get their first win of the season. Bruins on a back-to-back. I can't say this was unexpected. Is it dumped in now there by Foligno through to Hall? Hall wraps it. Coyle has it hop over his stick. And Austin Watson makes sure that that gets out to the neutral zone. Sutton, what is going on? Welcome in. Great to see you here. Hey, Deuce just subscribed. Let's get some new sub hype in the chat for Deuce. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Really appreciate that. Welcome to the channel. Glad that you're enjoying the stream. Down now to 42 seconds left on the Bruins power play. They're back in their own zone. Pastrnak will carry it up. Great to see you, Sutton. Thanks for stopping by. Out to the blue line. Bergeron keeps it in. Bruins working it around in the offensive zone. Trying to send it across here. And stolen away again. Cleared again by Ottawa. Looking good on this penalty kill. Played around all the way. Back to get it is Lindholm. Final seconds clicking off the clock here. And DeBrusk takes a hit. Power play is over. Sens kill the Brandstrom penalty. We're back to 5-on-5. They remain up by 2 goals. And we now are down to 4:35 left in the third. Moved in, Pastrnak with it. Looking for something. Pass into the middle. Goes off a skate. Bruins keep it in, though. Foligno top of the circle. Thrown in front. Redirection blocked on the way through. Back the other way now. Dumped by Ottawa. Hey, no worries, Sutton. It's great to see you. It has been a while, and I appreciate you stopping in. Good to see you in the chat again. Trying to work this one around now. Ottawa happy to watch this clock burn. Foligno and Stützle getting into it away from the play. Taken finally now. Foligno gets it back away from Batherson. Under 4 minutes to go. Hey, Munzorig, thank you so much for subscribing. Let's get some more new sub hype in the chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome to the channel. Played back now. 3:35 to go in the third period. I mean, we're only a week into the season, no, man. You can't make season-long judgments on teams a week into the season. There's still a long, long way to go. It's very early to tell. Some teams that are playing good now won't be playing good a month from now. Some teams that stink right now will be playing better a month from now. Some teams will be playing exactly the same. It's very early in the season. Hey, Sens fan, thank you so much for subscribing. Let's welcome Sens fan to the channel. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Dan, the main man, what's going on? Welcome in. Ottawa has it now, offensive zone. Shot in there, trying to get it short side on Ullmark, but he keeps it out. And that puck goes up, and we get a hand pass call against the Senators with 2:43 remaining. Ludovic, thank you so much for subscribing. Let's get some hype for Ludovic as well. Want to try and say hello to everybody that joins tonight. My apologies if I missed somebody. There are a lot in the chat tonight, but I want to try to personally greet as many of you as I can. Appreciate you all watching. We have gone to our final commercial break of this third period. Ottawa holds the 7-5 lead, and I think Ullmark might be getting pulled here, but it's also a commercial stoppage, so he could have been going to the bench for that. So we'll see when we get back if the Bruins pull the goalie here or not. Marchand had off-season hip surgery, Dan. He won't be back until sometime either in November or early December. The Bruins have known for months now that they'd be starting this season without Marchand or McAvoy. They both had off-season surgeries and won't be back until November at the earliest. I'm a Boston Bruins fan, Dan, but I cover the entire NHL, just a huge hockey fan in general from Massachusetts, and have been a hockey fan my entire life. Hey, there you go, Zingmunt. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, Marchand will be back before McAvoy. 10 shots. Thank you so much for subscribing. Let's get some new sub hype in the chat for 10 shots. Welcome in. Really, really appreciate it. So we're coming back now from the final commercial break of this third period. Ottawa with the 2-goal lead. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Really helps the channel a ton if you can hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't yet. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of all teams are welcome and wanted here. Just trying to build a hockey community where everyone can come together, enjoy hockey, have some fun, talk about the games and the league and everything going on, and just enjoy the sport together. So I hope you guys are enjoying the game tonight. It's been a crazy one. And hope you're enjoying the stream as well as Ottawa wins the faceoff. Here's Joseph into the offensive zone. Ullmark is still in the net for now. Ullmark is still in the net for now as the puck is in the Boston end. Taken up now by DeBrusk over the red line. Bruins into the attacking end. 2:20 to go here in the third. Zacha down low. Bruins pull the goaltender. Possession now in the offensive zone. Empty net for Boston. Worked out high. Here's Lindholm. Long shot in through traffic. Blocked on the way through. Taken now by Bergeron in the corner. He backhands it in front. Puck is bouncing around. And Ottawa clears it all the way down. It's going to be icing. We get a whistle with 1:59 to go. Hey, that's awesome, Sens fan. I hope you get to see a great game. And I really cool that you get to go. That's fantastic. Zingmunt, thank you so much for subscribing. Let's get some hype in the chat for Zingmunt. Welcome in. Bobby, it is 33 shots for the Bruins and 31 for Ottawa. Offensive zone face-off here for Boston. Down by 2 goals, less than 2 minutes to go. They're going to need a miracle. Sens trying to hang on for their first win of the season. Also trying to hand Boston their first loss of the season. And we're going to get an interference penalty here, I think, against the Bruins right off of this face-off. Patrice Bergeron is going to go. And that is going to pretty much put a cork in any sort of comeback attempt for Boston. Right, one of those pick plays right off the face-off. Sometimes they call it, sometimes they don't. It was, let's see. Oh, yeah, no, never mind. That wasn't even as right off the face-off as I thought. I thought it was one of those picks right off the draw that we see a lot, but it was Bergeron just knocked his man down in the slot. So, pretty easy call there. Bergeron goes to the box. That means Boston's going to have to put Ullmark back in the net. 1:53 to go in the third, and Ottawa's going to the power play here. Brian, thank you so much for subscribing. Really appreciate it. Let's get that new sub hype in the chat for Brian. Doc, thank you so much. Glad that you enjoyed the stream. It was awesome having you here. All right, have a good night, Adam. Thank you for watching. It was awesome to have you in the stream. Really appreciate it. All right, 2-minute power play here for the Senators. They have also just used their timeout. Sens very much needed this win, absolutely. So we got a 2-minute power play. In the face-off coming in the offensive zone. Ullmark is back in the net. And Ottawa is just trying to finish off these last 2 minutes and put this game away. Sent back now. Played at the blue line. Ottawa with it. Behind their own net. They're already cleared back to their own zone, but they have possession of the puck. And honestly, if you're Ottawa here, you don't have to score. You just want to kill this last minute and a half. As there's a chance in front. That one sent high off glass. Really good opportunity there. Maybe Ottawa does want to score. They don't have to, but they still can. as we're down to 1:20 to go in the third period. Sens working it around in the offensive zone. Have a good night, Gordon. Thanks so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Here's Stützle. Back to the point. Past Zub as it hops over his stick, and the Sens will go back to get it. However, more clock just killed here. Taken now by Chabot. Back into the offensive end. Played over to Stützle into the middle. Waiting for some help. Pass back. Chabot has it, top of the circle. Now played down to Giroux. Back to Chabot. Over to the far side. Working around in the offensive zone. Ottawa with it. Just killing this time here as we're down to 40 seconds left in the game. Yeah, Ottawa has won this game. Big home win for the Senators today. Pass across. That hops under Sanderson's stick, but he's able to keep it in the offensive zone. Now Lindholm finally gets it for the Bruins. He'll spin that one out to the neutral zone. David Krejci plays it. Back to Lindholm. Only 20 seconds left. Bruins can't even maintain real possession here. This game is over. Into the offensive zone. Here's DeBrusk. Dodges a hit. Over to Forbert. 10 seconds to go. Ottawa gets it in their own end, and that one's lifted up and out. This one's donezo. DeBrincat. Not even going to, well, gets one last shot off. That's it. The horn sounds. And this game has gone final as the Ottawa Senators defeat the Boston Bruins 7-5. Ottawa picks up their first win of the season. Boston picks up their first loss of the season as this game goes final. And Ottawa with a very good home win here in this game. And they needed one. They started the season 0-2. Now they're in the win column. An important one for the Senators. Very good game for them. And yeah, I mean, just congratulations, Sens. This was a great performance from the Senators overall. They did what they needed to do to win the game. And congratulations on picking up the W. Bruins, I mean, it was the second game of a back-to-back. I didn't really expect them to win this game. So I'm certainly not going to panic about this loss for the Bruins. I think they'll come back on Thursday night with at least having tomorrow off. They'll be able to get a little bit of rest. And they play Anaheim on Thursday. I think that's a game that the Bruins should win. I will be a little more worried if they lose to Anaheim on Thursday. But for this one, I'm not worried yet. But anyway, guys, that is going to do it for me. I want to thank everybody who stopped in and watched tonight. Really, really appreciate each and every one of you. And thank you guys so much for stopping in and being a part of the stream. Please don't forget, again, if you haven't yet, I cover the entire NHL, so fans of all teams are welcome and wanted here. That thumbs up and subscribe goes such a long way in helping the channel. And we're just trying to keep growing this community and trying to build a hockey community here where everybody can have fun, enjoy hockey, and get a chance to talk together and have a good time. So thank you guys again. It was a great night tonight. I really appreciate every single one of you in the chat. There's so many here that I can't say bye to everybody, but each and every one of you, thank you guys so much. And I'll be talking to you all very, very soon. Oh, doubleheader coming up tomorrow night. Don't forget, Flyers versus Panthers, as well as Blues versus Kraken tomorrow night. So doubleheader tomorrow is going to be a lot of fun. But until then, have a great night, everybody. Have a great day tomorrow. And hopefully I'll be seeing you all again in a chat very, very soon. Good night. Thanks again, and see you guys next time.